Cool. All right. Well, let's pick up from where we were last time with a quick recap as usual. So in our last mission, we essentially concluded our adventures in the Mirror of Dead Men as we were following the lost kind of patrol group on request of Beldora, a half-orc who sent us to find her friend and possible love interest, given the way she's been acting around him, named Vesper Jessup. And luckily we were able to find Vesper Jessup. He was just captured by lizard folk. The good news was we were able to befriend the lizard folk, make a bit of a pact with them to clear out the undead rot trolls that were basically pursuing them suddenly and forcing them from their homes. After you killed the rot trolls and brought parts of them back, such as the aforementioned troll dick tip, they were thankful and they freed their prisoners, including Vesper Jessup, which earned you a little bit of gold from the merchants that were also thankful to be freed, and you headed back towards the city of Leylon several days afterwards. You were fortunately able to see Beldora and Jessup sort of reunited, although Jessup was in the middle of getting yelled at from Sergeant Yaz, which you avoided because you didn't want to deal with the nonsense. And in the meantime, you spent the next few days inside the city of Leylon as it was getting built up. A few shops had actually started to spring up. You noticed the barge and fishery was running again. And you all kind of went about your ways there. Torin really wanted to go shopping, so he found one of the new peculiarity shop that was run by someone named Aubrey. Aubrey sold you a few separate things. One was a very special gilded acorn that Torin needed for his spells and now has it in his inventory. Flux also befriended, maybe even more than that, the mute innkeeper named Calvin, and set up a bit of a shrine to Bahamut nearby as well, and garnered a bit of a following in Leylon, with a few folks starting to learn the praise and the religious ceremonies of Bahamut starting to form, all under the watchful and slightly cautious gaze of Marigold, the priest of Lathander, and the rest of the council, including Valdi and Griselda. And that's kind of where we ended the mission in our time last week, where we upgraded and leveled up our characters to level 8. So congrats, y'all. And that's where we will pick up, is inside the inn where we have been resting. A few more days have passed. It's now been almost a week in Leylon as the city is slowly being built around you. And you wake up, all of you, to, not the earliest dawn, but earlier in the morning, to a very strange noise. It is a cacophony of goats baaing. Just baa! And these goats are loud and numerous. And they sound like they're coming from outside the inn.
Hey, can you send out the map link again?
Oh, yeah. Hold, please. I'll send it to you.
Hey, where do I see on my sheet here, my character sheet, is it like sorcery points, or I did the homework. I watched one of the videos.
Yeah.
Where do I see that on my sheet real quick, just so I know that?
There's a couple different places to see it. You can see it, I think easiest for you would probably be on your features and traits section. And if you scroll down, you'll see Font of Magic.
Oh, I have 8 sorcery. Okay, perfect.
Correct.
Awesome.
Correct. So you can choose how many you want to spell.
Yes.
So, or you want to cast, I should say. Where did that go? There you are. Okay, I want to change this to the server link. Server.
And then Nate, you said whenever the map pulled, you said we were just waking up and heard those noises, right?
Correct.
Like we're in our rooms. Okay.
Yeah, you're in your rooms in the top of the inn, which has basically been finished in construction. The inn is, while not maybe fully furnished, it is almost structurally it's complete. There's no more holes and stuff. It's been pretty much built up. And here is the link for the map in Discord.
Built back up from like the zombie attack, right?
Who is it from?
Why don't you unmute and ask?
Did you guys send this? Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
That was well timed. That was good.
Happy
Thanks, everyone. That's so
Happy
sweet.
birthday!
That's so much. Thank you, guys. I'm gonna cry on camera.
Aw.
It's really
What,
nice.
Is
You
there
might
like
not-
a card or something that?
Yeah, I was
Is
gonna
there a
say,
card?
There should be
As soon as you-
something.
as soon as you read the note, you're not gonna cry anymore.
That makes
You're
sense.
gonna hate us.
Well, hold on. Where's the card? Now I have to like look for it. You don't think they would put it inside the cookie box, do you?
I hope not. That'd be gross.
They probably did. It's probably like stuck to the top of the inside or something.
Well, there's like a rubber band, but I don't see a card. I wonder if it like fell.
That's gonna suck.
There was
It's in the
like
driver-
a,
it's
like
in the
a rubber
driver's
band
car.
around one, but there's no. These look good though. I'll tell you that.
Oh.
There's marijuana in them.
For a second, I was like, "What? Why is my doorbell ringing at like 9 o'clock at night?" And then I thought Maggie ordered food, which she likes crumbles, so I just assumed she got them. No, I think the card has like gone MIA. Hold on one second. Let me go look and see if
No.
Hold
No.
on. I'll be back. Pause.
Okay.
Time to give that DoorDash guy 1 star, or however you rate them. I blame that person. Realistically, that was more important than the cookies.
I mean, okay, you want me to tell you what the card said?
Oh,
There was this around one of them, but no card. So I think the card
Damn.
has.
It's probably in that dude's car.
probably.
The-
Yeah, I do want to know what the
literally
card says
said-
though.
It said, "Happy birthday, we love you," and it was signed from all of our characters' names, and then it just said in quotations, "It is what it is."
Oh, fuck all of you.
What are you gonna do?
That's very sweet. Thank you guys. I really appreciate that a ton. That was very nice.
Now eat one in front of us. Just
I'm
kidding.
probably gonna.
Very slowly.
They're literally covering my
Slowly
desk.
crumbles.
Why is there one in here shaped like a penis? That's the real question.
That one's for me. That one's for me.
Especially
really
ordered
good.
for Craig.
Yeah. It's the troll dick cookie.
No, I do very awkwardly when people are nice to me, so I'm just like right now. So I'm gonna try not to cry on camera. That was very nice,
Did
guys.
we
Thank
make Nate speechless? That's
A
like
little bit.
impossible, dude.
you. It's very true. I'm a little verklempt. I don't have a better word for it
Verklempt?
than
Aw.
Then he makes up a word that no one knows.
Yeah,
that.
like, what if-
Verklempt is a word. It's like a Yiddish
Verklempt?
word.
Yeah,
I'm
it's a Yiddish
verklempt. I'm a
word.
little verklempt.
Like, I'm choked up. I'm emotional.
I never heard that word in my life, dude.
God, get cultured, you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just a common, basic.
Go to
Use that
New
word.
York. You'll hear verklempt a lot. Well, I guess thank you again a ton, guys. That was super, super nice. And there are goats around you buying. It's your turn. What do you want to do?
Go. Should we slay some goats or what?
No. It sounds like the goats were having like an orgy or something. Maybe we should just let them be. Let them be.
Yeah, let's
Should we open?
see.
Are they like outside, right? Open the door or something.
Yeah, but I kind of want to see it, so maybe we should go check it out.
Ooh.
You guys walking downstairs?
Yeah, so we're gonna go and we're just gonna go peek at the potential goat orgy that's happening.
So yeah, you do walk outside, and as you kind of open it up, first of all, the smell kind of hits you first, and it does smell
Ooh.
like a petting zoo, very, very clearly. And as you kind of walk out, in order, what you see first are members of the council, actually all 3 of them, Marigold, Griselda, and Valdi, talking to a kind of stout gnome woman, a little bit older, maybe like in her 40s. And then suddenly behind her, you see these towering goats. These are no regular goats. These goats are giant goats. They are like almost the size of a horse, how big these goats are. And there's probably about 30 or 40. And you hear this gnome woman and the council members not really arguing, but having a tense conversation. And what you kind of gather is Griselda is telling this gnome woman that she needs to get her goats back out of the town and head towards Phandelin as quickly as she can. And she's giving, the gnome woman is giving some pushback.
Flex, refresh my memory. Did we put a shrine here, by the way?
Yeah, it was on the outside of the doorstep, the doorway of the inn, but then Calvin, yes?
I actually marked it on the map for you. You should be able to see it.
Calvin actually built his own little, like, place of worship for Bahamut, like, behind across the way, so.
Like a plate.
And it was Marigold out there, right?
And Griselda.
You see all of the all three of the council members.
Okay. I'm gonna clear my throat and just say, good morning. Good morning. What's all the ruckus with these unusually large goats? They're largely endowed as well. What's going on over here?
I'm just gonna need a second because I just bit into a cookie. This is your fault. It's a very true cookie. So Griselda, secretly known as the Growler, turns around to you. And she kind of just loops you into this madness that's in front of you, and she says, "Oi! About time you came downstairs and looked at all this nonsense. This goat herd thinks that she can just keep these goats here, and we've been trying to get them to Phandelin the whole time so we can make a little bit of profit. I don't suppose you'd be willing to help."
Well, I mean, I don't see why not.
Yeah, we're no strangers to Phandelin.
Oh yes, that's right. That's where you said you came from when you first arrived. So, actually, if you do know the area a little bit better, that probably would be helpful. You notice, by the way, Flux, that this entire time Marigold is not making eye contact with you. He seems to be avoiding your gaze as much as he can. Valdi as well, the half-elf woman who kind of runs the fishery and economics of the town, who just seems to find humor in anything a little bit disparaging, is really got a big smile on her face and just like laughing at these giant goats. And Griselda continues. He says, "Well, you probably should talk to Pinchwit here. She probably knows a little bit better than I do about all of this stuff, but I'll be clear for you here. If the first thing you need to do is get these fucking things out of the goddamn town, we can't have 50 fucking goats just sitting here taking up space, shitting all over the place."
Why are these goats so big?
Why are they so big? Pinch, what's her name? Pinch Whistle? What's her name?
Pinchwit. I didn't name her. Blame her mother for that stupid nonsense. And they're giant goats. That's what makes them valuable. We raise them that way.
How do you raise them to be so giant? What are you feeding them?
What do you mean? What am I feeding them? That's how they're born. You know, I don't know if you know quite the concept of genetics, but basically, when one giant goat man loves another giant goat woman, and they do the deed, they create another giant goat, and here you are, 50 fucking ones of them in front of us.
I understand.
I do know that.
Creation works. Yes,
I bet you do, you goat fucker.
Procreation.
You do. Hey, wait, I have a question. You said that these goats have been here. These goats have been here the whole time that we've been here?
No, they haven't been here. The Pinchwood just brought them from Neverwinter. That's her job, is a goat herd.
Oh.
And she's part of our, what's the best way to put it? One of our business ventures we have for the town, see if we can make a little bit more profit. But the problem is, these goats need to be in Phandelin. Someone over there named Barthen, I think, is looking to buy.
Oh, Barthen.
Yeah,
Barf.
we're definitely familiar with him.
Brilliant.
So
Well,
what-
what are you dealing with me for? You go handle this shite with Pinchwit, and we'll deal with the rest later.
Wait a second. We're not just your servants here, okay? Hold on a second. Why do these? Well, okay, I get where these ghosts want to go there, right? You need to sell them, but why doesn't she want to take them? Does she not want to sell them?
And she kind of whispers, pulls you aside, and she says, "Listen, Pinchwit's. I mean, you could tell she knows what she's doing with the goats here, but she's not much of a fighter. So she's a little scared that, there's going to be a little bit of trouble between here and there. There's been known to be a little bit of rough spots. She won't take the main road for fear of bandits. So she was asking for a little bit more muscle." And she kind of looks at you and she goes, "Maybe that guy would be a little better for that particular job, though."
Yeah, hold tight here. Hold tight. Okay. Because you're actually talking to the strongest member of the group right now. So
Sure, we all have our talents, friend.
Well.
Okay, so we'd be happy to accompany her. We're not just going to do it for her. So if she wants to go and we'll be able to make sure nothing happens, but she's in charge of the goats.
Well, sure. I wouldn't imagine she wanted to leave them. She wanted help. She didn't want someone to do it for her. Just talk to her. Why are you talking to me for? I'm not a fucking goat herd. I run the goddamn town.
Okay, thank you. We'll go ahead and talk to her.
You're welcome. She kind of walks off. Valdi the whole time is just looking over this, just laughing.
I don't know if I'm intimidated or attracted to this kind of dialogue.
Oh my god.
So I mean, isn't that Seduceus' like constant state of being? So Griselda the Growler walks off, kind of humps her stout dwarven self somewhere else, back towards the settlers' camp. And you still have Marigold, Valdi, kind of talking to themselves a little bit off to the side. Valdi seems to just be getting a real kick out of all of this. And this gnome woman, who you now know as Pinchwit, kind of trying to keep her goats together back away from you.
Got it. All right. Well, Pinchwit, if you're ready to go, we'd be happy to accompany you and make sure that if we run into any trouble, we can help you out.
I'm sorry. Hello. Did you say you were going to help me?
Yes.
Oh,
we'll
excellent.
Go with you.
Did Griselda send you then?
She did.
Brilliant. Has she given you all the details, or are there more that you would need to know before I can get started?
She just said that that you need to go see Barthen in Phandelin, and we're actually familiar with him. We've done work with him before.
Oh, excellent. Myself included, actually. We go way back, as it were. Not quite as long as Barthen's been around. He's rather old, but that was probably rather impolite. In either case, yes. Barthen is where we are heading towards, and if you could help me, I would like to get started before we lose any more of the day.
Yeah. How long is it going to take to get these goats there?
Well, that's the thing. And she kind of just pauses for a moment, kind of looks at all of you. So I don't know if Griselda already told you, but we really won't be able to take the main roads with all of this. We'll have to cut across the forests and some of the rougher parts to get there. And
how come?
Well, again, bandits are quite likely on the main roads, and what you see here in terms of the goats I have is actually but a fraction of all of the goats I need to transport. So
A fraction?
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
So how many are you talking about?
Well, upwards of
Right
about...
now I see about 50. So
Correct. Multiply that possibly by 4. So roughly 200.
200.
Correct. The rest are outside.
200
of
giant goats.
Correct. It's quite the herd.
Oh my gosh.
It looks
Okay.
like.
And you can actually see
Sounds like
she's
it
beaming.
too.
She's very proud of this.
Yeah. So how do you keep them all together? Are they like tied together? Do you have some?
No, that would
Do you have
be
some dogs or something, or what?
dangerous. I handle that. I walk beside them and I hip hip and yah yah. And you know how it goes when you're a shepherd.
Just you for 200 of them?
Well, that's why I'm looking for some help. But yeah, for the most part, I can usually keep them contained if we do a pretty good job of going slowly. I think that's the other challenge. With that many goats, we won't be traveling very fast.
Got it. Okay. And what is there a downside if we do happen to lose a few of the goats?
Well, any goats we don't bring to Bothan is less coin in the coffers, so to speak.
Sure.
I think, again, if we just take a
Really?
slow pace, we'll probably make it okay.
Okay. Are you guys good with doing this?
Yeah.
My question is, what would we be expecting in return for helping you out with this?
Well, I'd certainly cut you in a portion of the profits. Let me see if I can give you the last estimate Bothan sent me, and I can tell you what you're looking for. Hold on one moment as I look through my notes here, and she kind of pulls out a journal, starts flipping through.
I can only imagine all of the shit we're gonna encounter, like fucking
Literally,
crawling with these 200 goats. God damn it!
literal shit.
Ugh.
I could speak with them and tell them what to do.
Can you turn into a goat?
Yeah, I don't know about this big of a goat.
I think you turn him into like a sheepdog or something.
Yeah, I was gonna
You
say,
can- you
turn
can
into like
kind
a
of
sheepdog.
corral him in.
So she kind of gets back from her notes and she says, "Well, according to the last missive I got from Bothan, he looks like he's probably going to give me about 10 gold per goat head. So in total, that would be about 2,000 gold pieces. Again, most of that needs to go to the town, but I would be willing to part with about 10% of that for you."
That's it?
I'm not
Oh,
good at math.
no.
You guys figure that out.
I mean, 200 gold pieces for 7 days worth of work is quite a lot.
7 days?
Again, we're going to travel quite slowly. We can't go more than a few miles each
Alright.
day.
Well,
It's about
I
20
think we're
miles
gonna
from here
need
to
to leave-
Bothan.
we're like this town, and we're willing to help. But for 7 days' work, we're gonna need at least 20%.
Roll a persuasion check for me. Mm, 20 is pretty high. Let's call it 12.
It's not even in the middle.
It's not, and to be quite honest, that's honestly not much of a negotiation either. Lord Never Ember kind of told me how much I could
Well-
spend on additional help, and I'm already going beyond that with 12. So
Sure. I just wonder how much you're gonna make if you make it there with like 4 goats, and the rest of them are all stolen.
that's certainly a good point. But let's say this: how about if we make it there with the full herd, I'll do 15, and Les will do 10.
I'm good with 15 for the full herd, and we'll do 13 if we lose some.
Okay, deal.
Perfect. Are you guys good with that?
I'm in.
All right.
Sounds good.
So where are the other 150 goats?
Just north of the town, actually, sitting along the road. I've got a few of the neighbor kids holding them up for us, so they're just there waiting.
Got it. Okay.
You
you guys need to do anything before we go?
No, I'm ready. I'm ready to go protect some goats.
Yeah.
Well, a couple quick things before we do go. Just remember, you've been in the town even after last session for about another 3 days. So you've been in town for about a week. Was there anything that you guys did before you're leaving the town that you want to just kind of put out into canon before we take off?
You're talking about in like the past 3 days before we're leaving?
Yep. Anything that you wanted to make sure your characters had, any other supplies that you need, or anything else that you want to get before you go. We can just quickly say it in case, and if not, it's all good.
No, I think I would only just say goodbye to Calvin and make sure that like he kept his eye on our followers.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Everyone else feels good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys turn to go, and you kind of are being led out of the town by Pinchwit. As you're leaving Seducius, you actually feel a little tug on the like a little tap on the back of your shoulder. And as you turn around, you actually recognize it's the council member Valdi, kind of the woman who runs like the economics of this place. And she says, actually, before you go, I do have one favor if I could trouble you just for a little bit extra. While you're in Phandelin, we do need a few other supplies too, if that would be okay. We actually need some other things that I need to read through. Where did it go? I just had it.
I feel like the people in this town have a lot of add-ons as soon as we agree to do something.
True.
Needy people.
While you're there,
We should all be used to that from our line of work.
Yeah, I was just thinking, oh my god! Get out of my head!
Get out of my head!
Get out of my head!
Let's see.
I was just like, oh well, nothing new for us, right?
Yeah.
real quick, it'll be fast.
While you're back there,
Valdi asks for horses and carts. She says, "We actually need a few horses for the town too, and if you could, some actually like wagons or carts that we could use to just kind of move things around. I would say we probably need 2 or 3 carts, and maybe twice the amount of horses as well. This should be enough to cover it." And she actually gives you enough gold to kind of own most of that stuff. You can kind of parse through most of it, and it looks like she's probably given you a few hundred gold to make this purchase.
Can you describe Valdi for me?
Yes, I can.
uh-oh, here we go. Here we go.
I just want to know who I'm talking to. That's all.
Okay, all right.
I'm just trying to practice for real life here. Settle down.
I mean, you got to start somewhere, so don't be mad at yourself.
Go away. Go away.
Let me see if I can get the description for
No.
you.
Nate said D&D builds lifelong skill, so
It's very true, though. Okay,
man.
so
Nate
Valdi
said-
is like average height, half-elf woman, short dark hair. She's not unattractive. You wouldn't say she's like the world's prettiest person. She's she's got like an air of authority around to her that's in itself a little bit attractive. More handsome than like pretty. Sharp features, which is pretty common for a half elf, and her ears are just slightly pointed and they poke out a little bit out of her hair, which is kind of cut in a bit of a bob. But not like a manager bob, like an actually like cool flapper bob.
Yeah. So on a scale from like Helga to 10, where would you say that?
Well, Helga is not ugly, first of all.
Damn.
Helga is just a little bit more cozy. And Valdi,
Helga's a little fluffy.
she's probably like a little bit beyond her 40s. She's a woman of the world. She's probably like a strong 7, but like a California 5.
Okay. Oh my god. That was oddly specific, dude. It's like strong 7, California 5.
okay. Okay, fair enough. A little bit attracted from the pointy ears peeking through the hair. So I'm gonna take the money and yeah, well, I'd be happy to do that for you, Valdi. I've never been one to turn down a request from a woman, so I will bring you back the horse and the carts that you want. Give her a little wink and a smile.
She kind of laughs at you and she says, "Son, that's cute, but pretty sure I'd break you in half." She kind of just like pats your cheek a little bit.
I don't think she called him son. I think she called him grandpa.
That's right. He is older still. She kind of chuckles a little bit, slaps you on the cheek, and says,
Yeah.
"Well, good luck, and make good decisions, I guess. And I will be expecting change back if there is any, and I will know if there's not." And you kind of see, it's like she writes down some numbers in her ledger, so she's pretty thorough at financial accounting. You get the sense.
Yeah, I'll be sure to follow up with you personally when we get back.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I'll be at the end. Come find me.
All right, guys. Well, we're buying some horses and carts.
All right, you
That's,
guys
that's all I got. I'm ready to go.
go.
Perfect.
And let's go.
Let's go.
All right, so you do actually make your way out of the town. You see Pinchwit is kind of there, clustered with the goats, and you do see it is a sight. There are 200 giant goats. It's basically like a horse herd. It is tons of creatures that she has kind of loosely just kind of following each other. Some are off grazing. She's kind of measuring them. You see the little kids are like running around in between them trying to keep them there. For the most part, they're relatively docile at this point. None have really like started to step out of line. But it is, again, still this just like just attack on your senses of smells and noises as these square-eyed goats are just buying in front of you, kind of playing around. Pinchwit looks at all of you and she goes, "Oh, well, welcome, everyone. Again, thank you for your help. If you're ready to go, we should probably get started. Are you all ready?" She kind of looks at all of you, waiting for head nods and agreement. Kind of sees most of you guys give a head nod, and just like out of nowhere, this relatively like mild-mannered, quiet woman just yells, "Yep!" And all of the goats just go, "Ah!" and like start heading off in a direction. She's got like her little crook that she's like walking down. And you guys start heading down the road, for maybe a quarter mile, half mile, not very long. And after a little bit, Pinchwit kind of stops. The goats kind of start to gather a little bit. And she says, "Okay, so this is where we're actually going to start turning off and heading through a bit of the woods and the hills to form a straight line towards Phandelin. This is where we'll need to be a little bit more conscientious. Again, we're going to be traveling pretty slowly with this, so if we could just be as wise as we can be surrounding these goats. Might be a good decision to have a few of you at the front and a couple of you at the back. And I will do my best to kind of stay in coordination with all of you. But before we head off into the woods, would any of you prefer the front or the rear?"
I'll prefer the rear.
I'll take the front.
No, you prefer the front.
So
Depends on my mood.
who's in front and who's in back?
I'm in the front.
Okay.
I want to be in the front too.
Okay, so Flex and Zendry in the front.
I'll be in the middle.
And you're going to just be like in the middle?
Yeah.
I'll be in the back with Seducius.
Yeah, my man.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Somebody has to keep him in check here, so I don't...
God. Just fireball his ass if he gets too out of line.
Actually, make sure he's not checking out these goats, so...
Oh, wow.
So you do start heading off into the woods. You kind of make your way there, and you start kind of cutting across into it. In fact, let me show you a little bit of what you're seeing here. So if you look on your map, you'll see a bit of where you are, and if you follow the high road up a little bit from where Leylon is, basically what Pinchwit has decided to do. And I'll mark it here in, let's say, this blue color, is go up a little bit down the high road and then pretty much immediately start heading off in this direction towards Phandelin. And again, the area here is a mix of grassy hills and not very dense, but some forested areas as well that you're walking through, and you very quickly start to get the sense of why this is going to take you so long. You're going much slower than you normally do, not even really half speed. You're going slower than that. You're maybe only covering about 3 miles or so before it actually gets about time where you need to rest down and gather the horses. So end of the first day. It is near the end of the night. I would like Flux. Actually, I would like everyone. Let's do this. I would like everyone to roll a survival check for me as we end this first day.
Hey.
Hey.
I got an 8.
Okay.
Me too.
Okay. And then Torn. For the most part, the folks in the front are having a hard time just like finding a right rhythm and a right speed and keeping some of the goats from wandering off. But the folks in the middle and the back are able to kind of like get in there. And you do see Pinchwick kind of runs around and starts like yelling at some of the goats here and there. She's actually like baaing to them back in lines, like, bah, bah, come on, get your butt back into the line there. Get back with your friends. And you see her kind of like slowly pushing people off. She kind of runs off and grabs a couple other ones with the crook of her shepherd's hook. Pulls them back in. But for the most part, you're able to keep the herd together over this first night. And you gotta make camp relatively successfully. Pinchwit helps kind of get all of the goats into a little makeshift pen that she's basically made with rope and stanchions and a few different corrals. There's 2 corrals, really. And it's the kind of end of the first day of travel. You've gone about 3 miles closer to Phandelin here. Would anyone like to do anything while you make camp? Cool.
I don't think so.
Cool. So you guys wake into the next day. So far, everything has been relatively calm. Not a lot has happened over the course of the night. And you start on your next day's journey pretty early in the morning. She really wants to keep you guys moving as much as you can. So next day goes off. You guys are going to kind of go on your next day's trek. I would like everyone to roll a survival check again.
I got a 21.
And then Torin, did you get one? Oh, it's up at the top. Sorry.
Yeah, 19, I think.
Cool. So for the most part, you're able to kind of keep them all together. But Sless and Flux, as you guys are walking, you notice like there's a shadow that kind of like flies over you. And you look up, and for a second, you don't really notice anything. And you kind of keep going. Another mile or so passes. And the shadow again passes through. This time, whatever was causing it seems to have been a little lower because you can barely, you can kind of start making out the shape of it a little bit. Can I have Flux and Celeste roll nature checks for me?
Nature?
Yep.
Is this gonna be that dragon we scared away a while ago?
I got a 2.
Pokemon did. Legendary.
So Flux, you're not really sure, but Celeste, you can make it out. You do see as you look up, you catch a glimpse of whatever this thing is, and it does seem to be a winged creature with like really big dragon-like wings that are flying around. Flux, you're not 100% sure what this is, but you're pretty certain even with that roll because of your background. But Celeste, you know that this is actually a wyvern that has flown pretty overhead you and is seemingly circling these goats. And as you're like about to warn the rest of the groups that this is happening, and you're like turning around, you see another shadow cross in the other direction. You actually see that there are 2 of these wyverns circling around you, following this trail of goats passing by. For the most part today, you've been able to keep the goats together, although they are pretty freaked out as they see these things circling ahead. And based off this, the wyverns kind of like float back off and seem not to take an interest in this big pile. And you know enough about them from that nature check that they would typically avoid something that wasn't an easier fight. But what I'd like as you guys bed down for the third night is as you waken and go on to the next day, I would like you to roll a survival check once more. Everyone in the group, roll a survival check for me.
You show us a picture of a wyvern.
Yes.
I keep rolling lower and lower.
I got a 12.
A 12.
12.
A 12.
A 12.
Okay, I think that's actually everyone. So the good news is, as you waken in the day and you kind of walk off for a bit, you do notice that a few of the herd has kind of taken off. Not a very big contingent, maybe no more than about 15, kind of wander off in the wrong direction where like Zendri is kind of trying to keep a handle on all of it. She can't quite get them. But the rest of the group kind of shifts with the herd and manages to keep them all clumped together. As that little group kind of broke off, though, you actually noticed one of the wyverns came back and kind of was about to make a dive at it, but saw the rest of the group come up. Pinchwick kind of seeing this yells a little bit for you guys, and you're able to all just quickly react, shoot a couple of things into the air, and scare this wyvern off. And actually, both wyverns now appear, and they end up flying away, seemingly completely dissatisfied with your ability to keep this herd safe, and don't feel like it's worth it. So they actually fly off, and this time it seems like they head off in a different direction, which gives you the impression that they're not going to be coming back. Based on how difficult you've made it for them to pick off some of the easy ones. But so I can show you what a wyvern looks like.
Three-headed one.
Suck it, wyverns.
I put one on the
like
screen.
Tons
For
of heads or some bullcrap, right?
That's a hydra, but a wyvern is basically like a baby dragon. I shouldn't say a baby dragon. It's like a less powerful type of dragon.
Those are cool, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these ones end up actually flying off. And that brings us to the end of our third day. We've now traveled a little over half the distance, almost half the distance to get there. There's probably about 4 more days before we get to Phandelin. Can I have you? So you guys are going to make camp again now. It's kind of getting later in the evening. As you start to make camp, anything anybody wants to do? Any setup? Before we kind of continue on.
Well, I think since we've seen these things for a couple days now, have we already been like having people keep watch, or have we all just been sleeping through the night? And
well, the last couple times you guys didn't choose to have anyone keep watch, so I will say
well,
no.
I think we definitely need to have somebody keep watch tonight. We should probably have at least 2 of us stay up.
Yeah, I'm down to keep watch. I've got protection, so in case I need to use my shield or something, I can.
So Flux is staying up first.
Yeah, I'll stay up with Flux too.
Yeah, okay. We should be 2 of us.
So can I have the folks that are staying up? I would like you to roll. I'll let you pick. You can either do an animal handling check or a insight check.
I'm the same either way. I'll do insight.
I got a 13.
So far for you guys, nothing seems out of the ordinary. Just the smell and the buzz that you're getting more and more used to on this multi-day adventure, which feels a little bit like if City Slickers was set in D&D.
I love that movie.
So a few hours pass. It's kind of getting to the spot where we're going to switch shifts. Who's going to take over the back half of the shift? Kind of leading into the dawn. Seducius?
Boy.
We need 2 more.
Or one. It's really up to you.
I can.
Okay, so Seducius and Torin. I'd like you actually to do the same thing. If you could roll either an insight check or an animal handling check, you can pick.
Yeah, you like that?
Very close.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Torin got a 16.
Don't laugh at me.
Seducius rolled a 0.
What?
Why is it not working?
Actually, I don't know why that didn't work. There it is. It just took a while.
Okay.
So Seducius, you have,
Idiot.
you're just like barely, you're just like strumming your lute. You're like, whatever, fuck these goats. This place smells like shit. Pinchwit is not nice to me. I don't find her attractive. Fuck this.
Yeah, exactly.
Just strumming. It's fine. And then Torin, though, you start to notice the goats seem a little bit spooked. You can't quite tell why, but they seem more jittery than normal. You don't see anything that strikes you as not, but you can kind of tell they seem a little bit on edge.
I guess. I don't know what to do.
I'm oblivious to it. I don't like whatever.
You don't feel that? You don't see it?
I don't feel anything actually right now. So what are you feeling over there? Bed buddy?
Feels spooky.
Are you spooky? Do you want me to hold you or
Spooky.
something? You could just
Yeah.
ask. Like,
Actually, I'm kind of cold.
cool.
I'm just
I'll cuddle you. That's what you want. Why are you spooked?
I feel like there's something here. I'm not quite sure. It's around us.
I mean, do you want me to check it out for you? You want me to protect you?
I just think we should be on alert. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not really sure what's happening.
All right.
Torin, do me a favor. Roll a perception check. And you don't have dark vision as a dragonborn, so I need you to do it at disadvantage for me.
I used to. Took it away though. What am I doing again?
Perception check at disadvantage.
Perception. What is it? This? That actually.
Yeah,
works?
this should. Awesome. So you got a 5. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely tell that the goats are spooked, but nothing in like the woods, really beyond the edge of the campfire that you guys have made has really stood out to you. Something's got your hackles up, but you can't tell what.
Think we should wake the others and take a look around, or just kind of.
I mean, personally, like, I don't think we need to wake the other. I think we can just be a little vigilant if you've got your spidey sense tingling. Maybe you turn into a spider too much.
It's very possible.
Are you waking up the others? Are you rousing everyone, or?
No, let's let them sleep. We'll kind of feel it out and see. I was trying to see if I had any abilities that would help the situation, but I don't think so. I think we gotta just kind of wait it out, see what happens.
So as you kind of like continue to keep watch, and you're kind of with Torn on a bit of like alerted duty, you suddenly hear one of the goats go, "Ah!" and it's like cut off just really quickly, and then you hear this doo, 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 from the sounds of like this huge stomping. You actually hear now more doo, 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 doo. And it's tough to make out because it's pretty dark and the moonlight isn't happening. But you could just catch the shape of these huge, like lumbering bodies, like charging in, going towards where the like the corral of the goats are kept. Can you roll a nature check for me?
Of us are just torn.
Torn.
Okay.
Well, you're up to Seducius. You can do it.
It's a nature check, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, do we have any like campfires burning or anything too, or no?
There is a campfire burning, kind of in front of you there. So yeah, neither of you recognize these things. They're huge and they're big, and they seem to be snatching up goats. I need everyone to roll initiative for me.
Here we go.
Torin, my friend, I guess you were right.
I got a 10.
Oh my gosh, this really did it.
I got a 21.
Think of that double breadstick.
All right. Let's get those numbers in there. Flux. What did you say you got, Flux? 21?
No, I got a 10.
A 10. Womp,
Womp, womp.
womp. And then Seducius, what'd you get?
21.
21. 21. And then Celeste got a 14.
Yeah. Hey, am I able to like wake up and do something before it's like my turn in this little battle, or no?
Technically not yet because you're still asleep because no one woke you up. Torin got an 11.
That's
And-
dude. He told me not to worry, dude.
Zendry got an 11.
He was just so worried about some alone time.
Yeah, you know, things happen.
Okay.
Typical me.
Let me just make sure I get everything set up. Okay. Start. Roll. So Torn and Seducius. I'm going to say the camp is just kind of right in the middle of this map I'm going to give for you. Let me just get this overlay off. And we are in this. And you guys are kind of here. I'm just going to say this rock formation is the tent you're around. Why not? With most of you guys inside of it, including Pinchwit, who probably shouldn't have trusted you to keep watch, but it is what it is. And,
How dare you?
You know, it's just what we're gonna do. And you actually see these huge shapes are running in, snatching goats left and right, and then kind of darting off into the darkness. And they're huge, quite a bit bigger than you are based on the shadows that you can see. But first thing, it is Seducius' turn.
But I haven't seen them, right?
You haven't seen them, but you can see where their shadows are, so you can kind of make a little bit of sense on where they're going.
Okay. Well, can I... Can I just... Okay, can I set up my dancing light cantrip to kind of illuminate where some of these are?
Yeah. Where do you want to put it?
Well, question actually. The range is 120 feet.
Mhm.
Let me just try and figure.
That should put you pretty much anywhere on this map where you want it to be.
Yeah, since I can't really, I can see some shadows. Like, I'm gonna just put the light kind of in between me and what is that? 06 over there.
Okay. You just want to put it in that area?
Yeah,
Okay.
'cause that should illuminate kind of where he is. I'm assuming.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they're like hiding right now, right?
Mm-hmm. They're not hiding. They're just moving and it's dark. So it's hard to see them in the shadows. Really all you can see is their silhouette currently at this point.
Okay. How does that affect like me attacking them, if at all?
You would technically be at disadvantage if you can't see them, but with light you're going to remove it. Although you have dark vision, so you wouldn't. You might still get disadvantage, but it kind of depends on the scenario.
Sure. Okay.
To be shown, okay, good save. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I don't like that. Okay, well we'll just say that has a light in there, and you can actually see a couple of these creatures now based on the cast of that light. You can see 06, and you can see the one on the bottom right. You recognize these creatures because you've seen them before, especially when you were helping your orc friend from not that long ago. These are ogres, and they're huge, and they are picking up goats. You actually see one of the goats has already been like chomped on and is now dead and kind of just being eaten. And they seem to be running through trying to grab a few. So you are at least a goat down at this point. You assume probably more.
Okay. The cantrip, I can still cast a spell after a cantrip or no?
You can cast a spell that's a bonus action. Dancing Light's counted as your action. And it is a concentration, so you want to be able to cast another concentration spell without losing that.
Okay. Well, as my bonus action then, I might just use my crossbow then and try and shoot 06.
I don't think you can use your crossbow in a bonus action. Am I wrong in that?
No, it says Well, I guess I need to define what two-weapon fighting is.
Yeah, 2-weapon fighting is like I've got a sword in one hand and a dagger in the other, like two main
Got it.
weapons.
Okay. Okay, so seeing what these are and recognizing that they're ogres, since I can't really do much else as an attack, I think what I'm going to do then, out of fear of the damage they'll do to us, I'm going to do Mantle of Inspiration for some of my teammates.
Okay.
Give us an extra hit point because I'm worried about these big fuckers.
Sure.
And then just kind of seeing the order of battle here, I'm just going to go down the line and go Celeste, Torn, and Zendri.
Okay. Celeste and Zendri, given that he just inspired you, I'll say he woke you up with that. So you guys are considered awake. And if you'd like, you can move now as a reaction 30 feet anywhere outside of the tent.
Can I do one of my cantrips instead of moving?
No. Mantle of Inspiration just gives you a move. What were you trying to do?
Move maybe towards the middle.
Okay. I'll get you there.
Can I... Wait, never mind, it's too late.
It's okay. Where did you want to be?
Can I queue up my meow meow instead of moving?
Technically not yet. Mantle of Inspiration just gives you a movement. Celeste, what did you want your cantrip to do? Just so I know. I'll see if I can adjudicate a little
Well, I was gonna... I've never used it before, and I don't know how to say it. The thaumaturgy?
Thaumaturgy? Sure.
How do you say it? Yeah, I was just gonna do that to to make it brighter too, so that everybody can see kind of where everybody is.
Roll an Arcana check for me real quick. See how lucky you get.
Was that A-R...
C-A-N-A.
C-A-N-A?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I will let you do that instead of move if you'd like.
Perfect. Well, I want to do... So if I go to this... So I can only do one of the following effects. So I guess I'm going to cause the... Because you said there was a campfire going.
Mm-hmm.
So for the next minute, it's going to brighten.
Okay.
So that way we have the ability to see where these ogres are a little bit better.
Yeah, I'll say with that, you've brightened up the whole space, and now you can see all of the ogres surrounding you, and there are 8 of them.
What are the goats in respect to like where we all are?
There was a couple of pens, so I'll mark them with a little bit of highlighter here. So let's say these brown circles are where the goats were kind of kept. So one big patch was over kind of here, and another big patch was over kind of here.
Okay.
And you see the ogres have kind of like been darting in, grabbing one, trying to run off, darting in, grabbing one, trying to run off. And actually that means some of them would be a little bit closer. You'd be here, you'd probably be here. Just to give me a little more. Okay. So that'll end Celeste's turn, which will bring us back to one of the ogres. And again, the ogre's main kind of raison right now seems to be getting these goats in going. So this one is just going to move closer into the pen and try to snatch one. See if he does. He does. So that ogre has one in his hands. That'll bring us to next. Where are you? 03.
He's got it in his hands, but he's still staying there, right? He hasn't moved away.
This one, kind of on the bottom, has grabbed one, and he just takes off in the other direction. He can make it to about there. And now that brings us to one of the other ogres. This one kind of near the top also runs down and can just about get there. He will try to grab one. He does not. And now that'll be Celeste's turn.
Okay, I am going to do a 3rd level lightning bolt attack, but I am going to also twin it.
Lightning bolt you wouldn't be able to twin. Twin you can only do when a target is like the spell has one target.
Yeah, so going to shoot a straight lightning bolt, so can I...
That's an area spell. It's a line.
Oh, that is dumb.
Hmm.
I was like ready to go with that.
But I would say, how
Um,
much is your speed?
is that the same thing? So if I do an attack that does like a radius, can I twin that or no?
It's got to say like target 1. You can basically hit one person with it. Look for the ones that don't have like a DC attached. Look for the ones usually that have like a plus to hit.
Okay. So like Scorching Ray.
Scorching Ray is the exception. I knew you
No,
were
that
gonna
one.
know
No, yeah, that one.
'Cause that hits
Create
three.
3 rays of fire. Okay, never mind. Okay. All right. Well, looking at the map,
I mean, you can still hit like 3 of them with lightning bolt. You got out here, you can shoot it. You know, pretty good way, 100 feet. You could hit 3 of them.
yeah, I think if would that hit the top one too?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of.
I think if you
Okay.
angle it right,
Killing
all out,
the goats or no?
I was gonna say, yeah, am I gonna end up killing the goats too?
it's very possible.
All right, then actually, can I actually move to where Flux is,
Mhm.
or like right in front of Flux,
Sure.
so that I'm kind of like shooting like up towards 1 and 5, so it's like
Sure.
outside the pen.
Yeah.
But it's. Would that work?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So you want to just
So I'm gonna do that.
get these guys in it, but not the pen. Yeah, I'll allow that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna do that.
It's a DC 14 still, or did it go up to 15 now
Yeah.
for you?
14.
First one succeeds. Second one, they both succeed that saving throw.
Fantastic.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh yeah, because they take half damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hang on. What was it? 8d6? Yeah.
33. So let's call that, what, 17?
Yeah, 17.
Nice. All right, big hits as these guys are zapped by that. 01 actually ends up dropping his goat, who survives and is not dead.
Hey.
Nice.
So
Saved a goat.
you did get him to kind of drop that back in the pen, but this goat is now, both of these ogres are now kind of facing you, ready to go. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Celeste?
Nope, that is it.
Alrighty. So that'll bring us to Torn.
I'm going to. Should be.
Ew, Craig. God. Ew. Blech.
Craig just told
Totally
everyone
true.
to imagine him peeing while he goes peeing. So.
Lovely.
Is he gonna pull a Kanye West and pee on his Grammy? Oh wait, he doesn't have a Grammy.
Ah.
I'm gonna level 3 Moonbeam
Okay.
on. Let's do 04 actually.
Level 3
Think
move.
That's a 5 foot
5 foot.
radius.
And you want to put it
Yeah.
right on 04, you said?
Yeah. And it goes like straight up in the air. Is that what I'm reading?
Yep, it's basically like a big column.
Dope. And I can move it around after that. So.
Mm-hmm. As a bonus action if you'd like. But let's do just that. Just gonna get on here. I'm just gonna put it out there so I can see it. Okay, what's the DC for you on that? 14.
Yeah.
Ooh, he fails. Go ahead and roll damage.
So, 3. Come at me, bro.
Come at me, bro.
21.
Nice. All right, 21 points of damage to our ogre friend, as this like just pale light just slams into the ground right in his position, and starts taking a piece out of him away. He actually had a. This is one of the ones that first came in, so he had a goat on him. The goat dies in the moonbeam light, so we've lost at least 2 goats now at this point that we know of. We don't know if there's more, but these are the ones that we saw. So that one is done. Torn, anything else on your turn?
So does that just stay in the game?
Correct.
That
So
thing?
it's a
I didn't
concentration
remember.
spell. So you, as long as you are able to focus on it, and not lose concentration by either getting like a significant amount of damage or casting another concentration spell, it will stay, and anyone inside of it at the start of their turn will have to take that damage again.
I turn into a bear also as a brown bear.
Yeah, you are now a bear.
Come at me.
Come at me, bro. Which is actually really clever that you do that after, because you can hold concentration spells even after you've changed. So, Zendri, that now brings it to your turn.
Yes. So 01, does he still have the goat in his hand?
He does not. He dropped it.
He dropped it. Okay.
Yeah. I zapped him.
You zapped him. I want to zap him too with my guiding bolt.
Okay. Is that a DC on that, or is that a roll to hit? Let's see, Zendri. Yeah, +6. So go ahead and roll that hit. See if you get him.
19.
19 definitely hits.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop.
And dun, dun, dun. 12.
12 points of damage. Nice. All right, starting to knock him a bit down. I mean, these guys are huge and they're just a bucket of health, but they are getting angry. Anything else on your turn, Zendri?
Yeah, cue my meow meow.
I don't think you can, since you cast Guiding Bolt already. Guiding Bolt is a spell. You can't cast spells twice.
It's a spell? I thought it was a...
Mm-mm.
It is a spell, huh?
It is indeed.
Oh, poo. I was tricked. Well, then nothing.
Then fuck it. All right. So do you want to move at all, or are you good there?
I'm cool here.
Okay. That'll bring us to Flux.
All right. I'm going to move up. Wait. Come on, baby. Move. She don't want to move. Oh. I'm going to move up to 01 over here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use Divine Smite. It's one of my specials.
Totes.
And I also want to... Can I also use extra attack in this same action, or can I just pick one or the other?
Nope. You can... Your extra attack just is... anytime you take an attack action, you can make 2 attacks now, which is part of your class.
6. So I'm going to have Divine Smite, plus I want to use extra attack on this attack, and I'm going to attack a longsword.
Cool. So roll to hit twice.
Tight. I got 22.
Hits.
And then I roll again, and I got 20.
Natural 20?
No, not a natty ice, but a 14 plus 6.
That's all right. They both hit. So go ahead and roll your damage for both of the attacks, and then remember to add your Divine Smite as well.
Okay. I got 10 for one.
Nice.
And 6 for another.
Nice.
And then let me see. What is Divine Smite? Has 2d8 extra radiant damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me roll that separately.
Which one are you attacking?
01.
Oh, okay, same day. Okay.
Oh. So that's 2 and... Hold on. 2d8. 2 and 7, which is 9.
9. All right, so you just kind of like whoosh, and that first thing you feel like the kind of like power of Bahamut just slice through as it kind of hits it, and you kind of bring it back up and come right up through his gut, and his just intestines spill out in front of you as he falls face first dead on the ground.
I gutted him like a fish.
Like a fish. Ogre finished. Look at you guys looking at your abilities. Isn't homework fun? Nice job. Anything else on your turn, Flux? You have a little bit more movement left. I think that's all you've got, though.
No, I think I'm okay.
Okay. That'll bring us to one of the other ogres. This is the one that was in Moonbeam. I actually have to check one quick thing on that then. Moonbeam. Area for the first time on a turn. Okay, so yeah, he has got to make that Constitution save again. What was the Constitution save again? 14.
14, yeah.
He does make it, but I think he's going to take half damage. So if you want to roll 2d10 again,
Okay.
let me know what you get. I'll add a little bit to that.
17.
17 points of damage, extra nice.
It's a
This dude is
3d10
just-
for that one.
Oh yeah, for the spell level, nice. Another just like as it kind of hits him. He's gonna try to avoid that, so he's gonna charge forward. And he saw that you casted Moonbeam, so he's gonna charge at you and try to take a swing at you. So he is going to just try to hit you with his giant club, which is really mostly like a just dead tree he picked up somewhere. And he does 9 plus 6. 15.
Like grab it with my bear claw.
He actually does hit you, and you take 13 points of bludgeoning damage as he just boom, hits you with this huge tree.
Right.
No.
Alright. This guy has, I have a decent amount of health.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, you're on your bear. Just keep it
Yeah,
on
he's
that.
34, so.
Awesome.
I took 13, you said?
13, yep. That'll bring us to the other ogre. This one didn't attack. I'm going to say this is one of the ones that finished eating a goat. He hasn't been attacked yet, so he's actually going to try and get another one. He does make it to where the goats are. He does grab one, and he just immediately just chops down. He doesn't like try to run off with it. He's going to grab one and just... so that's 3 goats down so far, just a heads up that you're able to see. Can I actually have everyone, while this is happening, roll a perception check, speaking of goats?
Oh no, I've got 5.
Oh.
No, that sucks.
13.
Nice. A little natty 20 from Seducius there. So anyone that rolled more than a 15, you actually see that like parts of the pen are now like kind of destroyed. And the goats, while many of them kind of like congregated back into the corral to try to avoid ogres and are there, a big chunk of them just took the fuck off. You probably guess that you've lost at least 30 just run off into the woods from some of this stuff. You're not 100% sure exactly how many, but it was a lot. Out of 200 goats, we're down between 30 and 40 that you can count so far.
Man.
Wow. We haven't even killed him yet.
Where's Pinchwit?
Pinchwit is hiding in the tent trying to avoid fucking ogres. This ogre is going to do the same. He hasn't been attacked yet, so he's going to try and grab a goat, which he does not do. So he'll just stay
We tell
there.
Pinchwit to freaking
Get the
start running after the freaking goat.
We'll see what happens. So that will bring us back to another one of the ogres. Which ogre are we on now? Am I missing you? Oh, this is the one on the bottom. This guy's going to try and run up as well. He can't quite make it to the pen, though, so that'll end his turn. And now it is O2's turn. He will charge in, try and grab a goat. He does not get a goat, so he will stay there as well. And now it is back to Seducius' turn, top of the round.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So... So I just want to make sure what I need to do to keep those lights and not lose them.
Mm-hmm.
Was it still lit up? Has it been more than a minute since?
No,
I
not
did
even
mine
close.
too, or-
Yeah, each round in combat it's only 6 seconds, so we've literally been fighting for 6 seconds.
And we lost 30 goats in 6 seconds. Wow,
Correct.
we suck. Clear right now.
We're fucked.
Hey, I'm just gonna point out that the agreement was we took a percentage of goats, not Pinchwit. So we need to tell Pinchwit to get out of the tent and start trying to freaking catch some of these goats.
Well, you've
If
already
she dies,
lost.
she'll
I
get
mean,
paid.
some goats are irrecoverable. There's some have been eaten. So
Right, but the ones that are running away, she needs to go catch.
Mhm.
Why do I not know what those brown circles are on the map?
That's the pens, dude. Come on.
Oh yeah, they're the pens. This is where the goats are.
Do we know which one is damaged? You said both of them are damaged.
Both of them have been damaged.
Both of them are damaged. Okay. All right. So, kind of seeing that
Where am I?
damage. What? Okay, fuck you guys.
Why did that?
Wait, say I feel like we have Joe Biden in our group now.
Oh boy.
Okay. Seeing the damage of the pens, I'm gonna go to like the southern part. Can I move myself? I can. I really want to try out this new spell, and I want to try out one of these stupid ogres. I want to try my hideous laughter spell.
Oh sure, yeah.
Oh wow.
I really want to try this spell.
What level?
You have a spell called the Hideous Laughter?
So I only have it at first level.
Okay.
As a range is 30 feet, which that's close enough for 06, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
What does it do?
So, a creature of your choice finds everything as hilariously funny and falls into fits of laughter, and basically they're just on the ground laughing and they can't control themselves.
So they're basically just high. Basically, they're
so
basically high.
it's a wisdom saving throw, and
It is a wisdom save.
Their wisdom is a -2. So he fails.
So I'm just gonna yell "Go fucker" at him and then see what happens.
So you actually do see, because the area now is just lit up like a Christmas tree between the thaumaturgy and the dancing lights. Actually, your dancing lights does go away because hideous laughter is another concentration spell.
Yep.
But between Moonbeam, which also casts light, the area is pretty well lit up. So you can actually see this huge ogre just like literally just just boom, slam down on the ground by him, and like loincloth is like thrown up. You're seeing all parts of this thing that you don't want to. He's rolling around on the ground. And he's prone on the floor.
Is that 06 that you just did that to?
That is 06. Let me see if I can mark him as prone for you. Hold on.
I was so excited.
How long does it
last?
It lasts as long up to a minute, but as long as he can hold concentration.
Yeah.
So basically, that's 10 rounds of combat. We've only been through 1. This is the start of the second, so a long time.
Perfect.
That was 06.
You can only
right?
concentrate on one thing at a time. You can't do like 2.
Correct. There are some feats later, like high level, that might let you do 2, but for really consider it like 1 concentration at a time.
Okay.
And if you take damage, you have to try to hold it too. So it's all kind of a thing. 06.
Just like in life, Trent, I can only concentrate on 1 woman at a time, not 2.
Oh my god. Lies.
So 06 is now prone. Seducius, anything else on your turn?
Seducius is very pleased with himself at the moment, and that is all I'm doing with my turn.
Okay. So that will bring us to 03. 03 is... Let's see what he wants to do. He wants to go right for Torin, because he's closer and I guess already had a goat. So he's going to try and hit you as well, Torin, in your bear form. He will hit you. Torin, you take another 13 points of damage as he swings into you with his great club. That'll end his turn, bring us to 05. 05 is up near the top of the map here. He's just going to try and... Well, actually, no, Seducius attacked. So he's going to... Or, sorry, Sless attacked. So he's going to actually engage. And he can't quite get to Sless, so he's going to go in on Flux. Flux, he takes a swing at you with his great club, and that will hit you. Right? What's your armor class? 18? Yeah, that will hit you. You take 13 points of damage as well. Okay, that'll end its turn. Celeste, that brings us back to you, though.
All right. Well, this guy did me a favor because he got away from the pen, and he got up close to me. So I'm about to light this guy up with a 4th level fireball.
Okay. So where are you hitting fireball? Just so I know.
I mean, he pretty much. I mean, is every square 5 feet? So he pretty much is like a 20-foot radius, right?
He is a 10-foot radius. Well,
okay.
he's.
Well, I'll do, like,
I should say he's a 5-foot radius. He's 10-foot diameter. He's taken up to.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll do from him over to the right, so away from the pen.
Okay, so I just want to double check. You want to use your 4th foot explosion for one character.
Yes.
Okay, fuck it, let's do it. What's the DC on it? 14?
Yeah, I'm just gonna light him up.
Okay.
Gonna put a hole in the
He
ground.
rolled a natural 1, so he does fail.
Hey, baby. All right. Let's do this.
What's the radius on that again? 10?
What's that?
What's the radius? What's the size?
20.
20. So
20 feet.
foot. Okay, so that's about there.
Yeah.
All right, roll your damage.
All right, 36. But I have a new feat that allows me to re-roll my 1.
Yeah.
That I rolled once. So I'm gonna roll that, and we'll see if we can replace it and make it even bigger.
Yeah, look at you studying your stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, all right. So now it's a 39 instead of a 36.
Nice, all right.
Uh-huh.
That guy's melted.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it because he's got 1 health point left, so I'll give it to you. So like you just nuke this dude, and you just see like as the kind of like fireball explodes and kind of pulls back in with its force, you actually see that just like half of this ogre is just completely just incinerated, gone. It's just ogre skeleton and flesh on the other side. And he just topples back over into like this huge kind of scorched earth that you have. Can you do me a favor though? I would like you to roll an animal handling check.
You just blew up like 50 goats, you motherfucker.
I didn't blow any up, but we're gonna see if he spooked anymore.
Is animal handling? Do I put in as 2 words, or how do I?
I mean, I think if you just do check animal, it does it for you.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. Hey.
Yeah.
21.
So actually, the goats ran into the pen and not towards the fire. So for the most part, they're fine. But our friend here is gone. Let's call that.
I'm just gonna call him Gus from Breaking Bad.
Pretty much that's what it is. He's like half gone. But the other ogre dead. That's what happens when you drop a 4th level fireball on one fucking guy. All right. So I assume that's the end of your turn.
Yes, it is.
Also, by the way, I am going to say that the last kind of turn where you were yelling for Pinchwit to get in there, I did roll for her an animal handling check to see if she could. She also rolled a 1, so she has not been able to recover any of the goats. And she's a little too freaked out and scared to really be much. But that will end your turn. Torin, that brings us back to you. You are currently holding Moonbeam, and you are Bear.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you know what I forgot to do? I'm so sorry. I needed you to make concentration saving throws. Can you actually roll a Constitution saving throw for me to see if you can keep your concentration?
Where is that? There it is. 15. No, 16.
16, that's half, plus 10. Okay, so you're able to hold Moonbeam. So Moonbeam is still up.
Okay.
If I did the math on that right, I hope.
How much did I do? A lot of damage last time to that guy? Like half his health?
It did a pretty big chunk. Because it technically hit him twice because that other turn he was still within it.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna drag... Can I drag my Moonbeam so it hits both these guys? Like right in the middle of them?
I can move it there for you.
And then I'm gonna... maybe step back a little bit here.
Okay. Let me just check one quick thing. I just gotta see if Moonbeam hits now or it waits till their turn. When a creature enters the spell area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it is engulfed in ghostly flame. Yeah, so I think if I'm reading that right, it's going to hit it now, because it's... when the creature enters the spell area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there. I'm just going to say for now that does damage immediately. So I'll double check that later. So DC 14s for both. First one fails. Second one succeeds. So we'll say 04 will take full damage. 03 will take half damage if you want to roll it for me.
Okay. Oh gosh, 5.
5, okay. Really? 5 on Moonbeam? How's that possible? So like 2 1s?
2, 2, 1.
Okay. All right. So 5 points of damage to the first one, and we'll call it 3 points of damage to the other, just like a beep. And
That's trash.
are you doing anything else on your turn?
No, I think I'll be good.
Okay. And that'll bring us to Zendri.
If I use a cantrip spell, can I queue up my meow meow?
Yes. Yeah. Cantrips don't count as like a full spell, so you just can't cast like a leveled spell twice.
Gotcha. Is there a reason? So how come I added guiding bolt to my attack list?
Uh-huh.
Never mind. I answered my question. Okay. I'm gonna use Toll the Dead
Okay.
on homie in front of me. 04.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit for it.
That's
Actually a wisdom my save. Hold on. I'll do
Yeah.
it. Gotta be 14 wisdom. Minus he actually does succeed.
Mother.
Hmm.
Boo boo. All right. Did you do your homework and get a nice icon for my hammer?
I thought I did. I might not have. But we'll queue up Meow Meow one way or the other, don't worry. I did my homework and I got a bestial spirit for Torin. Let's see. Sword. If I have pack in. We'll say it's this. Why not? Fuck it. There's Meow Meow. Ready to go. Anything else on your turn, Sendri?
No.
Wait, is this like Sword in the Stone? What is that?
It is.
I know.
It's literally a sword in a rock.
Only I can get it out of the stone.
That's right.
Okay. I'm gonna move.
Wait, question.
Yes.
Just for my knowledge. So, what else could I have done on that turn? Anything?
You could have moved.
That's it?
Yeah, I mean you did your action to do Toll the Dead, and then you use your bonus action to cast spiritual weapon. So that's really it.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure. Sorry, Flux. Your turn.
Okay. So I moved over here. I want to cast Bane.
Okay.
And it says I can cast it up to three creatures. So am I within range for 04? No, sorry. 02, 04, and 03.
What's the range on Bane?
Bane. 30 feet. I don't think I can get 02, can I?
No. Actually, no, you can. You can.
Okay, cool. So 02, 04, and 03.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Bane. Bane.
Bane. Cool. Okay, they have that debuff on them.
Okay.
So I will just set aside D4s to remind myself.
Okay.
They are baned.
Okay.
03. Let's just see if there's anything on there. No. Bane.
I was born in the darkness.
I was
I
born
know.
in the
So I was
dark.
like, anytime you cast Bane, you have to talk like this.
Like this, it's very
I was really adopted.
Where is the Batman?
I must know what will break
Same
first.
thing every time.
Every time.
Every time.
Your
I
body
want to cast
or
Bane.
your spirit. All right. Okay, so the ogres are baned. Baned.
Hey,
Bane.
that movie will always hold a special place in my heart for when I saw it in theaters. I will tell you when we're offline about that.
Okay, I'm excited.
Okay.
And 06, 03.
Is that the night Nixon was conceived?
Oh
I was
boy.
gonna say,
Sounds like we got it. Sounds like we found
is
it.
that
The whole time he was like, "Oh, you like this, don't
No.
you?"
No.
This one will be our next baby. We shall name him Nixon in honor of the sun, which I haven't seen my entire life.
Oh, God.
We could say he was born in the darkness.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know whose turn it is. Fuck it.
It's my turn.
All right.
Dude, I cast Bane for the first. I think this is the first time we've ever casted Bane in this.
I think
Group.
so.
We have. All right.
I
They are
don't know what
baned.
it is or what it does. I don't even know.
Basically, anytime
I
they have to make a saving throw or try to attack someone, they are going to roll a d4 and subtract it from their roll. So it's a overall numbers debuff. What level did you cast it at, by the way?
I
One?
think I only have it at first level. I want to say.
Cool.
Or is yes,
No, I
I
think
think that's all I have it at.
All right. So that was your action. Anything else you'd like to do?
I moved. Dang it! I can't attack, huh?
Uh-uh.
No. Okay, never mind. Nope, I'm good.
Cool. Oh, actually, I forgot they had to make charisma saving throws. Their charisma is garbage, though, so I'm sure they'll fail. Yep, first one fails. Second one fails. Third one fails. Yeah, their charisma is like negative 1,000,000. All right, that'll bring us to 04, who is baned. He is also in Moonbeam, so he is going to take half damage. If you, I'll do it. I'm already here. 2d10. Torin, Moonbeam. He's gonna take 6 points of damage extra from Moonbeam, and he will just charge forward at Flux, I guess, since that was the one who just attacked him, and he is going to roll to hit you with his great club. He misses because Bane sucks. That'll end his turn. That'll bring us to 06.
Six is laughing
Who
still.
is? Let me just check something on the hideous
Sean
laughter
Connery.
spell.
No, so technically,
Canadian punch.
do I think they can roll wisdom again to get out of it?
Ooh, actually, I did miss a thing. I just want to check their intelligence score real quick. Oh, you got really lucky. It says if their intelligence score is 4 or less, it doesn't affect them. Their intelligence score.
Oh,
Their intelligence score is 5.
they're too stupid to like laugh. Wow.
Correct, yeah, they
Great.
don't get it. It takes damage, and the target can make another wisdom. Okay, so another wisdom saving throw, DC 15. He fails. So he's still stuck there. That'll bring us to 08, who is going to try and take another grab at a goat and get the fuck out of there because everyone's losing. He does got a goat, and he is going to charge off of the map away. And he isn't quite gone yet, but almost. That'll bring us to 07, who is going to do the same. He's going to try and grab a goat. He does not get one, so he will stay there. That'll bring us to 02, who is currently away. He's going to try and do the same, but he's Bane, so he will try and grab a goat. Minus Bane. He does not get a goat. But Bane is coming in clutch. That brings us back to Seducius. It is your turn.
Is 02? I didn't even see 02.
02's at the very top of the map.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Cool. So, noticing that 08 is trying to get away, I don't want that to happen. Little bastard. So, let's see how we're range on this. Okay. Perfect. I'm gonna move next to my laughing friend.
Okay.
And Dissonant Whispers has a 60-foot range, so that should be fine for 08. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And that one's a wisdom saving as well, 15.
He fails.
Yeah, motherfucker.
29?
29?
29?
Damn. Well, no, it's 8.
8 damage. That's all right. 8 damage, and he is, I think, temporarily frightened, if I recall. I'm gonna see if he holds on to the goat. He does not, so he drops the goat and just gets the fuck out. So 08 has left the field. He charges into the forest, but he does not have a goat with him any longer. So we're gonna say,
Give me that goat.
He's
Bitch.
gone. Let's
Bitch.
just kill him. We'll say he's dead.
Oh my
So 8
God.
is gone. That ends Seduce's turns, brings us to 03. 03 is still in Moonbeam. He succeeds a saving throw, so
We
he'll just
lost.
take half.
We lost Flux. Flux is dead.
Flux is dead. Flux died.
Flux is gone.
It's been a long day. Torin, didn't they tell you this already?
6 points.
Did they
of
tell you this earlier today? I was like, this is about to be. We're gonna get weird today.
damage. It's gonna be a thing.
We're so tired, yo. We are so tired.
03 will take, I think, a hit at Torin.
That was me last week. I was literally falling asleep sitting up.
Torin, he does hit you for 13 points of damage, and I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw to see if you can keep your Moonbeam up. Also, I think your bear is dead now. Am I wrong in thinking that?
Yeah, he has 8 health.
So you carry over 5 points of health as well.
I rolled a 3.
You actually lose concentration, and Moonbeam goes away.
Okay.
Okay.
So I lose 3.
You lose, 13. Yeah. No, you lose 5. You lose 5. The carryover from 8 and 13 was 5. So you have 5 points of damage. That'll bring us to Celeste, though. It is your turn. You've got 2 dead ogres in front of you. 1 on the opposite side of the pen, still trying to grab goats. 2 on the south. 1 is laughing. 1 is still trying to grab goats.
Can I? You just settle down. Chelsea just got home and is cracking herself up, and so.
I was wondering if that giggling was
Is Chelsea high right now or what?
Did you do the Bane voice? Do the Bane voice. Be like,
No, I
Chelsea.
didn't do the Bane voice.
it's me.
I
Go
can't
for it.
really do the Bane voice. All my voices end up Indian. I don't know. It's and no matter
Very
what
strange.
accent I try it. When I try and do, they come. I don't know. Every time I do an accent, it comes out Indian. I don't.
Very strange choice.
I can't explain it. It's a special talent.
Sounds like.
Okay, for number 3 and 4, are they within 20 feet of each other or no?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
kind
they're
of
within-
close.
they're
Yeah.
within 20 feet. Mhm.
Okay, then I'm going to do erupting earth,
Okay.
so that I can get both of them. And I'm going to do 3rd level erupting earth, so I can destroy some of the ground around them.
What's the range on Erupting Earth? How far can you cast it?
I can do it 120 feet away.
Okay.
Do I need to move closer to them?
Nope.
Or
Plenty of room. I just wanted to see if
Okay.
you could get it to
Yeah.
a spot where it wouldn't hit your friends. I will say if you're trying to hit both, there is a chance you're going to hit the goats, just so you know.
Oh, really? I feel like aren't they far away from the pens?
Hold on, let me check the size on Erupting Earth.
For
What
3
it
and
is.
4?
Let me just check something real quick. Spells. Erupting Earth. It's a 20-foot cube. Sorry, so I'm doing that wrong. QB.
Yeah, that's why I was picking that one, because they were kind of in the middle.
Oh, no, you're good. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah?
You're good.
Okay.
So Dex
what is
14
it?
for him.
Yeah.
First one fails. Second one succeeds. So we'll say that 03. Oh, actually, you know what? It's a saving throw. I think Bane affects saving throws. Hold on one second. Bane. Yeah, hold on. Actually, the second one fails as well, based on Bane. So.
Perfect. Thank you Flux.
You're welcome.
Oh, a 1? 3? My gosh. All right. 16.
16. So they both take 60 points. The first ogre, O3, dies as his legs just kind of break out from under him and buckle. The other one is still standing, has quite a bit of health points left.
Okay.
Anything else on your turn, sir?
No. That's it for me.
Okay.
You
That'll
said
bring us-
O3 is dead?
O3 is dead. So that'll
Wait,
bring us now to
03 or 04? I think 04 was the one that was
Oh,
hurt,
my
right?
fault. 04. Yep, 04.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to. I just want to try this out. I haven't done it yet. I'm gonna move to further away from that bad boy, and then I'm gonna use grasping vines.
Okay.
If I could take control, conjure the vines and sprouts from the ground within 30 feet of it. The creature must succeed a dexterity saving throw to be pulled 50 or 20 feet directly into the vine.
Grasping vines, you said? Where are you putting the vine?
I'm gonna put it right on that dude in front of me. I can't.
03?
03. Yeah. Then you guys can just attack it. We'll be stuck in some vines.
Stuck in some vines. So 15. Okay. So yeah, he's got to make a saving throw of 14, which he fails, I think. What's his dex? Hold on. Yeah, he fails. And he is pulled to it. No damage taken, but he's kind of held in that space and restrained.
That's huge circle.
Yeah, that's the range of it. But basically, he's going to get pulled to the center.
Oh, okay. I didn't pull the injury with it, I hope. Good. Alright, and then I'm gonna stay there, actually. Change it to a bear again.
Okay. So that's your second combat of the day. Combat wild shape of the day, but you are a bear again. What else would you like to do?
I can't move towards him and attack him now that he's in the vines, right?
No, you still can. It's
Oh, I
just,
can? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'll
just put
attack
it
him
in the
as a bear. A bear then. Let me pull that up. So
faux show.
I didn't know I was gonna. All right, so this one. Multi-attack. The bear makes 2 attacks, one with bite and one with claw. The melee weapon is +6 to hit, reach 5 feet.
Sure. So roll a d20 plus 6 to see if you hit, and then give me the damage.
It's a natural 20.
Nice.
That'd be 26. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you're actually going to double that damage. Because of the natural.
Okay, so then a d8 plus 4.
So roll that d8 twice and then add 4.
Okay. Alright, so it's 10 plus 4 then, 14.
Nice, 14. Okay, starting to get a little bloodier. He's still got a pretty good amount of health points left, but he's still there. I think that's everything on your turn then. Spell, then bonus action and attack.
I can do, well, it says I can do 2 multi-attacks. I could do one with the claw too.
Oh yeah, go for it.
So melee weapon attack +6 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
20. That's 13 plus 6.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you killed him. Oh, the total. That was
No,
the
that
damage?
was my.
That
Wait,
was
hold
the
on. That wasn't damage. That was just my.
The hit.
But
The
when
hit-
it says +6 to hit, I just need to roll 6 or higher.
No. It's you roll a d20 and you add 6 to it.
Okay, so that was what I did then. That was 26. Okay,
Yeah, so that-
and then net.
So the other one definitely hits him then. So what's the damage
Okay.
for the other attack?
Sorry, I see. is 2d6 plus 4, which is 8 plus 4, so 12.
Nice. All right, he's almost there, but still kind of standing up. Zendri, it is your turn.
Can I move within these vines?
Yes, the vine only went to the target that he attacked.
Cool.
It doesn't
Can
have
I
more.
get close to him and I want to cast my third level inflict wounds?
Yeah, sure.
You could even go somewhere else because he'll probably be stuck for a while. I don't know.
I don't think it holds him more than the turn. It just pulls him and grabs him, and then lets go.
One spot.
It's more like a way to get something closer to you than it is to restrain.
Okay.
You can still have it up and have it do like another one and like keep grabbing him if you want to keep doing that, but it's a bonus action to do it.
Just wipe him out.
You want to do inflict wounds at level 3, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a hit or is that a DC? I don't remember.
It's a hit.
Go ahead and roll to hit then.
I got a natural 20 plus 6.
Nice.
26.
So on the damage portion, right click and hit critical hit.
I'm on my iPad.
Push and hold.
Okay. You said on the damage?
Mm-hmm.
Don't laugh at me. It's not doing anything.
No? I don't know if you're wrong.
No.
If you like tap on it and like hold your finger down, it doesn't give you the option to do critical.
Oh, here, now it did. Okay, critical
Tell
hit.
Siri to do it.
It's like deja vu. I feel like that's happened before.
Got like a million die all
Hey
over.
Siri, roll a critical hit.
Oh, you did it at level 3.
49.
Okay. A little bit of overkill since he was already almost dead, but he is definitely dead. It's like super dead now.
Hey, you know what? My luck has not been so great lately, so.
Basically, you touch this creature with your paw, and like his whole arm just disintegrated off as he like looks at it in shock and just and dies. But that's the end of its turn. Unless you want to do anything else or move your meow meow or anything.
What's the range on my meow meow?
You can move it 25 feet.
25 feet. Can you move it 25 feet closer to Mr. Giggles?
You can get right to him.
Oh, perfect.
Mr. Giggles.
So, can I use it or I can just move it?
Nope, you can use it.
So if I hit Mr. Giggles, does it take him out of his spell?
Let's find out together. I think the answer to that is yes, but creature at the end of each turn.
It does if he takes damage.
Well, he gets advantage on the saving throw, but it doesn't immediately go away.
Oh, okay.
He just gets the saving throw attempt again. So
Do it.
Cool.
he might be
Well,
able
I'm
to
gonna
take
hit
it. Okay, hit him.
All right, let's see. You know, my thing's a little slow.
So go ahead and roll your damage. Or roll to hit.
1 second. Oh, 15.
15 hits.
Perfect.
And now go ahead and roll your damage.
All right. I feel like I have to refresh the page every time I roll a die.
Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't like iPad rolls so much. It's weird.
Yeah, 7.
7 points of damage. All right, so 7 points. And he was actually able to shake the laughter, so he is no longer laughing. He is still prone, but he will need to use his next turn to stand up. But it is Flux's turn now.
Alright. I'm gonna move closer to O2.
You can get within striking range if you want to try to hit him.
Yeah, I'm trying to move it. It's just being funny. Come on, baby. Alright. I'm gonna do my Divine Smite and an extra attack
Okay.
with my longsword.
All right, roll to hit twice.
I got 16,
Hit.
and then 20. Not a natty 20,
All good.
but 14 plus 6.
So roll your damage for both hits, and then add your Divine Smite as well.
I got 7 for one, 10 for another, and then 2d8. 7, 10, 1, and 7.
All right. Pretty big chunk. He's got a little blood on him after that big hit, but he's still standing. He is no longer going for the goats, though. That will bring us to the ogre that was laughing. He will stand up, and he's just going to go for the closest person to him, which is Seducius.
Sorry.
And he will try to hit you, Seducius. Which he
Anyway.
I didn't
does.
know you were right there.
So, Seducius, you take 13 points of damage. As this huge club just slams down on your shoulder.
Not laughing anymore.
Rah, 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 rah.
Sorry. I can heal you.
That you do.
That'll end its turn. Bring us to another ogre. This one is still trying to get goats. He does not get a goat, and he will stay there. That'll bring us to O2, who is now going to attack Flux. Still has Bane on, though, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all.
So with Bane, he misses you. That'll bring us back to Seducius.
Not liking being struck by that stupid ass ogre. I'm gonna do a pretty high level thunder wave.
Okay.
She'll hit that guy. I want to kill him.
Yeah, for sure.
Which let me see.
DC 15, I'm guessing.
Yeah, sorry, I'm looking.
You got a. What's the?
It's a Constitution saving throw of 15.
He got a natural 20 on that and his Constitution bonus, so he definitely succeeds. If you want to do half damage, but he won't get pushed away from you.
Ogre number 6, bane of my existence.
I mean, you had him on the ground for a while. Maybe
Yeah,
for
it's true.
Zendri, he's the bane of your existence.
Maybe. I rolled a 20 actually.
So 10 points of damage.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else on your turn, Sid?
Nope. That's
All
it.
right. That'll bring us back to Celeste.
All right, I'm gonna help out my friend Flux over there.
Okay.
I am going to do a 4th level catapult.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Are we using the last testicle that we have?
Yes.
All right.
I checked my equipment, and I have 1 troll testicle left in my inventory. So,
Smell.
perfect opportunity to use that now.
Yes.
Don't let it hit me. If it hits me, you're dead.
The creature does fail his dex save, so go ahead and do your damage.
There we go. You'll just get splattered with some liquid off his face. When it hits
You're
him.
used to that.
So just so you know, you've had this testicle in your inventory for about 7 days, so it's gonna smell real bad.
That's true. Yeah. What is it? It's a 68.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
As this testicle just hurtles towards you, getting larger and larger and larger.
All right, 24.
24, nice.
24 damage.
All right. This testicle splashes into its face. It's still alive, but just hanging on as this thing just erupts onto it in this goo. And Flux just gets like a big whiff of it just as it explodes in goop around her. Celeste,
Actually,
anything else on your turn?
Well, just to point out, if you can picture, was it Black Widow, right? When she gets like the blue blood all over her face in Infinity War, that's that's what it looks like right now for Flux. So it probably is a little bit more green color.
That makes sense.
Yes,
sense.
that should end my turn.
The testicle of a rot troll. Also further rotted. Torin, back to you. You are still a bear.
Jeez Louise, you guys.
You've
Holy
got
crap.
06 below you as well as 07 still trying to get goats.
On your face.
Did I
Would
get
you just say
fucked
that
up?
you nutted on her face?
Oh Oh my god.
Did I just get fluxed up?
I think you
got
did.
fluxed up.
I think you did.
Wow.
Holy
Oh.
hell. I need a shirt. Can you just specially make me one shirt that just said fluxed up?
I'm certain I can. I'm certain I can.
Just for me. No one else can get it. Just me.
Torin, what do you want to do, sir? Well, you're a bear,
As
so
a
you
bear,
can't cast a spell.
I can't actually cast anything. Okay. It says I can move 40 feet. I don't know if that'll get me to this guy though.
Go down again. Yeah, you get there.
Like there, check that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get up in his grill. Alright, now I'll do the multi-attack. So let me roll d20 here. It's 12 plus 6. That'll be 18.
Yeah, that hits.
Hits, okay. And then d8 plus 4. That'll be 5 damage for that first attack.
All right, 5 damage. You want to do the next one?
Yep. And then that one, that is also plus 6. Let's see. That one was an 8.
Nice. All right. 8 points of damage.
Well, no, that was for. Do I have to roll the d20 twice? Am I doing that wrong?
Nope, just roll it once. Oh, that was 8 to hit. That misses.
Yeah, 8 to hit.
No
Yeah,
worries.
sorry.
All good. But I'm guessing that'll end your turn.
Yep.
Okay. Zendri, it's now your turn. While we're thinking, can I have everyone roll a perception check again for me?
Teen.
Where is my chat at?
13.
How do these stupid ogres take so long to kill?
They're ogres. They're like a bucket of health. They're easy to hit, but they have a ton of health points.
I'm gonna use my 3rd level guiding bolt to 06.
Okay.
And that is a 22.
That definitely hits.
22.
And then 25.
Nice. This dude takes a huge hit from the rear as this light kind of slams into him. He is getting close, and next hits on him will have advantage because of Guiding Bolt. So, nice. Do you want to hit him with Meow Meow again?
Yes.
So Meow Meow goes up. You can go ahead and roll to hit. You can get advantage on this hit as well.
20.
20 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
5.
Nice. Hey, a little extra. Doesn't hurt. Top it off. Okay. That'll end your turn. Bring us to Flux. Oh, and by the way, did we do our perception checks?
Yes.
Zendri and anyone else who got more than 12. You see a few more goats ran off as you guys have been chasing there, but Pinchwit is trying to keep them all in. She's kind of gotten her sources back. This time, only about another 5 run off. So in total, we've lost about 40 goats.
Damn.
But Flux, it is your turn.
Okay. I think I want to try to just take this fool out. I think I want to actually use Searing Smite, and I just want to like burn this fool.
Yeah, totally. Go ahead and roll both of your attacks and Searing Smite.
Yeah. So 19 for one,
Hits.
and 20 for another. Not a natty 20 though.
That's all right. They both hit. Roll damage, and
Alright.
then I'll check your Searing Smite as well.
9 and 7.
Okay, so 9 and
And
7. Oh, actually, he's dead with even that. He's gone.
And then 4.
So he is dead.
DED dead.
Deed. Then I think it's your bonus action and your attack. Do you want to move anywhere, or you want to stay there?
I want to move closer to who's like. I want to move closer. Yeah, there. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That'll bring us to 06, who's just going to keep going after Seducius. Misses. That'll end his turn. That'll bring us to 07, who's going to fight the bear that's attacking him. He will hit your bear, and so your bear takes 13 points of damage. That'll end his turn and bring us back to Seducius.
I hate this fool.
Got some good damage to him though.
Yeah. I'm gonna do some shatter on this ass.
Okay.
On that ass.
On that ass.
Wisdom saving throw?
Constitution saving throw 15.
He succeeds.
Wow.
He rolled a 15, so if it was a wisdom, he would have gotten a penalty because his wisdom sucks.
This motherfucker over here.
He takes half damage though. You don't know. You might be able to do it.
Jesus. All right, let me roll this shit. 7. Jesus fucking Christ.
He had 7 health points left, funnily enough. All right. 06 is dead.
Great. Great. Don't fucker.
Celeste, your turn. You got one ogre still in the field, and
He's like a mile away from me.
he's a good ways away from you. But you do have distant spell, I think, as your resource points if you want to try to hit him with something.
I do. Let's see. Yeah, because that's a feat, right?
Distant spell is one of
no,
your. It's one of the things you can use your sorcery points on. It's like twin
Mana
spell.
magic, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when you cast a spell that has a range of 5 feet or greater, you can spend 1 sorcery point to double the range of the spell. Okay. So, how far away is he? I'm trying to think.
Let's see.
Like, if I move my guy, will it tell? Oh, whoops.
Yeah, I can show you though. He's about 70 feet away.
Oh, okay. So he's not that far. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Well, oops. I don't know. That kind of changes things. And he hasn't been attacked at all, has he?
Torrance hit him a
Or
couple
just a little-
times, but he's still pretty high.
Okay. He's right by the pen, so I don't really want to do fireball again. Can I hit him with the lightning bolt?
Well, lightning bolt's gonna go straight through the pen unless you find a different angle, but he's pretty close to it.
Maybe if I move. Can't see where I can move like 30 feet. One more, right?
Yeah, that'll still hit the pen.
Well, sacrifices have to be made.
All right, let's do it.
All right, I'm gonna do a. I got one more, and this is the last guy. I'm gonna do a 4th level lightning bolt on this guy.
He does fail a saving throw. He got a 4.
Fantastic. Well, let's let this guy up here.
You said 4th level?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, that is disappointing.
What'd you get?
24.
24.
Oh my gosh.
Well, he's still standing. 24,
Yeah.
you said, huh?
Yeah.
He didn't roll over a 4.
I know, look at that, dude. Like,
You just
3, 2,
killed.
1, 2, 3. Like,
As these goats were still pent up, remember this corral was holding originally about 100 of the goats. You just killed about 15 more goats.
Oh no.
So you're down about 50 goats.
So we have 150.
Or something, I don't know. Keep their guts.
It could be worse.
What else would you like to do?
That's it. I'm done because Torin should be able to finish him up right now.
We'll see. Torrens, your turn. You do have a pretty bloodied ogre in front of you.
Alright,
Don't
I'm going
miss.
to just go for the attacks again then.
Go for it.
Alright, first one is... Roll to hit is a 21.
That hits.
Where'd my bear go? Plus 4. That one's 6 damage for the first attack.
Okay. Almost there. He's hanging on by a thread.
Go. Yeah. Alright. 22. And then this one, let me double check. 2d6 plus 4. Nine.
9.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you kill this last one. As you kind of like bite into his leg and rip it off and just kind of claw and maim him to death. All the ogres are dead. Pinchwit is trying to corral what's left of the goats. She is able to do so. It's now kind of into dawn as you guys have been fighting for quite a while, and this encounter started pretty late in the evening. As you do a final head count, you find that you have 156 goats still.
That's
good.
plenty.
Yeah, we're fine.
Pinchwit is a little concerned. Some goats seem to be a little bit wounded. You're hoping you can bring them back to health over the next 3 days journey that you have back to Phandelin. Would you guys like to do anything before you leave these ogres, or anything else you want to do as you kind of continue on your way?
Luke doesn't have any money on him.
Can I heal my friend Seducius since I kind of put him in harm's way?
Sure. Yeah, we'll heal up.
Want to do that in front of everyone?
Torin, do you want to do an investigation check, see if you find anything?
Sure. Usually they just have a bunch of weird stuff on them.
How much did you lose? 13?
Yeah.
Mostly Torin, you just find a bunch of junk and knickknacks, some rusty items, old weapons. But you do manage to scrounge together a few pieces of gold. You actually find 15 pieces of gold amongst all of the ogres.
Nice.
Celeste, do you want some ogre nuts for your catapult?
I'm gonna pass.
All
I'm gonna
right.
pass.
These ones just aren't as special.
I got rocks. I'm good.
So you guys do continue kind of going towards Phandelin as you kind of make into the day. Over the next 3 days, you do notice the rest of the area seems to be a little bit less devoid of hostile creatures, but you are trying to keep the herd together. So what I'd like everyone to do is roll a survival check. And I'd actually want you to roll it 3 times. I'm going to roll Pinchwit's.
15,
Okay, good.
20.
Can we do it all in one type, or we have to do it 3 separate times?
From what I could tell, I think you have to do it 3 separate times. Okay.
I got 15, 14, and 20.
Okay. A good chunk 10 and below. So you actually, as you're going through, the herd is still a little bit spooked. Some are still a little bit there. You actually managed to drop off a few. You dropped down to an even 150 goats. The good news is Pinchwit was able to restore a few back to health, and you didn't lose those ones. So as you kind of cruise over the next few days into Phandelin, kind of off in the distance, you are able to keep about 150 of the giant goats around and alive, sustainable. I will say it's been 3 days as well. You can all take a long rest as you start to get into kind of the area of Phandelin. You can see it off in the distance. Before you enter the town, would anyone like to do anything, or do you want to just go straight in?
Well, I'm trying to remember. Do you guys remember how we left off with Barthen? Did we leave off? I mean, I guess we were kind of heroes in the town, so I think he was pretty happy with us, right? He's not going to be upset to see us?
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be upset.
Yeah. We just need to take a rest or something, maybe. I don't know.
You did kind of take a rest as you got in there, so it's still pretty earlier in the afternoon, and you guys have all taken a long rest at this point. So you are filled up unless you do want to rest somewhere or go to the Stonehill Inn.
Oh, we're take a long rest, is that what you said?
Yeah, because it was basically the ogres attacked you about 3 days before you actually made it to Phandelin. So on the rest of the journey, you slept.
All right. Never mind. I mean,
I can't think of anything to do outside of living these goats, unless you guys want to.
No, I think we need to get these goats dropped off before we lose any more. So
yeah.
So you do kind of get to the town, and you actually see that Pinchwick is making a beeline, really trying to also just be done with this whole trek. And she does head right to Barthen's, which you guys see pretty quickly as you get in there. Actually, as you come into town, you do hear like, "They're back! The longswords are back!" Like a couple of people are like cheering and clapping and like waving in. The town here loves you. The home that Zendri and Flux kind of bought together is still there, and you know it's a little dirty. No one's really been maintaining it for you, but it is still there and present, not too far off. But you guys kind of head into a familiar area as you get into Phandelin, heading into Barthen's Provisions as you're there. Let me just get the map up for you. And you walk into Barthen's shop, as you have many times before, and you hear Pinchwit kind of speak to him, let him know a little bit of what's going on, what they need, and you hear Barthen say, "Well, we're really glad to see you, Pinchwit. It's been a while." And he kind of like gestures to the clerks that are with him as well as they're going through. And you kind of hear Pinchwit and him kind of converse a little bit and share a little bit of what's going on, that kind of stuff. And Pinchwit kind of asks, you hear him kind of over his shoulder, ask for his two clerks, Ander and Thistle, to, "All right, guys, why don't you help count out the money for him, and I'll check on the goats." And Barthen kind of like hobbles outside, starts counting off the goat herd, and you actually see that the two clerks, the kind of younger, you know, boys that you recognize from earlier, have actually grown up a little bit in the last few months. You see them kind of putting on some stuff, and they're starting to count stuff. Who's inside? Who's outside? Did everyone go inside, or some people out with the herd? What's the deal here?
Went inside.
You went inside?
Yeah, we're inside.
Anyone who went inside, can I have you roll an insight check as you're watching Ander and Thistle kind of go through this stuff?
I'm staying outside.
Okay. Anyone who's outside, I want to get a perception check from. So it looks like just Flux.
Okay. Perception check.
Okay.
I got 17.
Perfect. So for the folks inside, looks like Seducius, Sless, you are you're actually kind of listening as Pinchwit is like speaking to Ander and Thistle, just making small talk, talking about what's new in town, and you're overhearing these conversations from Ander and Thistle, kind of mentioning a lot of new faces have been showing up in town recently, a lot of visitors, more than normal. The weather has been super strange lately as well. You're hearing that a lot of weird like storm clouds have been moving in, lightning crashes and thunder, although not a lot of rain, which is odd. It just feels like there's this heavy storm kind of staying by, and again coupled with the new people that are in town. As you see Ander kind of talk about new people in town, you notice he blushes just a little bit.
And we don't know who he was talking about, right? He would just overheard this.
Yeah, you're just overhearing. He hasn't, well, I'll say with like the folks who got more than like Celeste, I'll give it to you on this one too. You did hear him mention the name, where was it here? Mention the name, Valine, as he kind of blushed a little bit.
That name sounds familiar. Don't we know Valine? Is that the half elf?
No, that's Valdi. So close.
Oh. Okay.
That's why notebooks are helpful.
Oh my God.
Mm.
Well, overhearing this and seeing the young boy's reaction, I'm gonna chime in like, what are you guys talking about over there?
Oh, nothing, sir. We're just sharing a little bit of the current events happening around Phandelin. That's all. Nothing serious.
Well, it's been a spell since we've been here. Fill me in.
Sure. Well, I mean, we were just sharing about, some of the, I guess, interesting goings on around. Honestly, it's been a little strange, but I guess weather can be a little weird sometimes. Nothing out of the ordinary. And I'll give you this on the insight check that you rolled earlier. He seems to be holding back. He's not sharing everything with you.
Well, listen. Weather can often be a sign of something evil in my experience. And my crew and I, we love to find evil things and fight them. So, what kind of strange weather have you been seeing?
Just weird storm clouds, and there's been a lot of lightning lately, but no rain, which is weird. That doesn't usually happen, and this time of year it's not typically storm season, so that's definitely weird. And then just all the new people around town. Yeah, that's all.
What kind of new people?
Well, just visitors, not anyone that we really recognize. Some stay for a while, and some leave pretty quickly.
Do you know anything about the business that they're doing in town when they come in?
Roll a persuasion check. I mean, not really a lot of business. I just know a couple of folks have kind of stayed. Valine was one. She's really nice.
Oh, Valine, huh?
Yeah.
Is she still here?
Yeah. I mean, she actually, I think, found a bit of work over at Lenine's shop, the Lion Shield. That place where they sell weapons and armor and stuff. So I think she actually decided to stay for a while.
Interesting. Well, it might be something worth checking out. Do these storms, do they have any, just over the whole town? Or are they off, in the mountains where we killed that dragon, in case you haven't heard?
No, I heard. I know you guys are probably really strong. But that's all. I wouldn't want to bother Valine either. Just, if you want to just, you don't need to bother her on my account or anything.
No, well, maybe I'll bother her on my account. Thank you for updating.
No, I mean, I didn't. And then he sees that you are kind of hinting a little flirtation. You can see the jealousy kind of spikes up a little bit. But he definitely still seems to be holding something back. He hasn't shared everything yet.
Interesting.
For the folks outside that rolled perception, both of you actually were able to see what you saw. There are a lot of new faces in town, faces that you don't recognize. You do notice one person that seems to be a little bit dodgy, kind of a skinnier man, was heading and making a beeline for Stonehill Inn, kind of ducked in.
Hey, Torin. Did you see that dude that just walked by?
Yeah, homie needs to eat a steak.
Yeah, well, I don't know. He just got a weird look. I just got a bad feeling about this guy. Shifty eyes and whatnot.
Yeah. I think maybe we should follow him?
Maybe. I think we should finish our business here, but maybe Seducey should want to meet up with Helga at the inn.
Oh. I
Brewski.
Maybe.
don't know. Maybe.
You're inside. We're outside. You can't hear me.
Oh, god damn it. My spider sense is tingling.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Do you want to go just check it out, or tell the others, or?
Yeah, we'll tell the others, but we still have to get our horses and our carts, but we should let them know.
So where are you guys off to?
I think Torn and I are gonna wait inside. Don't we have to get our horses, our carts, and like get our money from Homegirl?
So Barthen has kind of finished having the clerks dole out the money for you as he's kind of confirmed the counts. So he gives you, for what you've brought him, he gives you about 1,500 gold pieces, which he hands over to Pinchwit. Per your agreement, since you didn't bring them all, Pinchwit does give you 10% of the gold.
No, 13%.
13%, that's right. My fault. 13%.
Come on, 195. I already calculated it out.
Perfect. So
Oh my
you get
God,
195 gold pieces.
Rain Man over here.
So you guys get about 200 gold pieces.
Oh, I
of
used my
Wolf Shine.
computer.
And Pinchwood says, well, I guess we should probably be collecting the rest of the things that the council asked us to bring for everybody. I mean, you're probably a little bit more familiar with Phandelin than I am, but from what I can tell, sounds like the coster, Lenine, will probably be able to have the horses, and I would imagine the miners' exchange would probably have the cots that we need. And I feel like Valdi. Oh no, Marigold needed us to get something else. Hold on, let me look at my notes here. And you kind of see that she also kind of looks through them. She says, "Oh yeah, we also needed to pick up some vials of holy water. The good news is that shouldn't cost us anything. We just need to get it from. It says here the Shrine of Luck in town.
Do we know the Shrine of Luck?
You know it.
We have not heard of this.
But you have never gone to it. But there is a shrine to Tamora in town, which is known as the Shrine of Luck. So
Interesting.
Hmm.
That's quite the list you got there. Okay, well, guess it's time to do some shopping.
Indeed.
Do we know what the holy water is that she's referring to?
It's just so like you would know this because you've been around Phandelin for a while. But a lot of places where there are shrines have like priests and clerics that like bless certain items. The holy water is actually just located at the Shrine of Luck. It's there as like a little fountain that people can kind of scoop out and take as they needed. That's maintained by the priests of Tamora that are there. So you can actually just go to it, and if you can get the vials, you can just dunk them and take the water that you need. You need 10. Which you can get the vials if you don't have them from Barthen or a few other places around town.
I feel like we should have Pitchwit take care of buying the horses and carts, right? And we'll go explore the other area because we've never been there before.
I don't believe I would be the one taking care of that. It seems as though you were given the gold. No? Did I not see that Valdi gave you the requisite currency needed?
She did. She
Yeah.
did. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we can go and take care of and buy the horses and the carts. Are you gonna go? Are you gonna come with us, or are you gonna go and get the holy water?
I can go and get the holy water, or I can do whichever if you need me to send in a different direction. Truth be told, I'd like to rest, but I can do whatever you need.
I feel like we're gonna end up getting the holy water.
Yeah.
Really, I don't mind.
Yeah. Why don't you rest? Because you've clearly done a lot.
I don't know if I appreciate your time.
We know a good place where you can rest.
Oh,
Yeah,
where?
yeah,
I'll head in that direction.
It's the inn over here.
Oh,
Right over down this hall.
yes, the stone
Ask
hill.
for a lady named Helga.
Okay.
Don't mention me. Don't mention
And
me.
you can man. Let her know that the longsword sent you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I believe I can do
I don't know
that.
if that's a great idea, but okay.
Yeah. She'll
so
make sure you get taken care of over there.
you see
And,
And
Edgewood.
worst case scenario, if anything doesn't work out, Zendri and I can offer up our cottage to you.
Yeah, let's just
You
do
okay
that.
with that, Zendri?
Yeah.
I don't mind.
No,
I'd
no, no.
Actually,
I
I'll
want to
have
make
to
sure
do.
she gets the proper food and
Yeah,
beverages, and
of course. I'm a bit hungry. I could eat.
Yeah.
Certainly a little peckish.
want to meet some townspeople.
Right, why not? Enjoy the scene, talk a little bit more. These boys have shared quite a bit of gossip with me already. It's entertaining as usual. But I'll meet you back at the inn then whenever you're done. Just let me know. And you kind of see her walk out and head over and toward the inn. So you've got a couple things you can do still. You know that the horses seem to be at the shop, at the Lion Shield Coster with Lenine, who also has a new employee named Valine. Seems to be more to her. There's also, you can go to the Miners Exchange, which you visited before. That's where you sold that big bell to and dealt with a very shrewd woman there. You can pick up the carts there. And then there's the Shrine of Luck as well, which is just across actually from the Stonehill Inn, which is why you know where it is. It's not very far away. Just as it wasn't a place you really needed to visit before. But you could also make a stop there as well. In fact, let's do this because you know this area pretty well. So... the blue X is Barthen's. Blue circle is the Stonehill. The square is the Shrine of Luck. And the Coster is this triangle down here. Oh,
And where are we right now?
You were at Barthen's, so where the X is.
Oh, okay.
And the Miners Exchange is behind the Coster.
Yeah, maybe just go over to the Shrine of Luck and then go over to the Miners Exchange and get what we need.
Sure.
Sounds like a plan.
So are you going right to the Miners Exchange first, or are you stopping along anywhere?
I was thinking we'd do Shrine of Luck first because it's on the way.
Sure. Okay.
And then go to the Miners Exchange and get our things and then go back to the inn.
Awesome. So you do take that stop by the Shrine of Luck, and as expected, it's really just a little shrine to the goddess Tamora, who, as you guys know, is the god of luck, the goddess of luck. In front of it is a pretty big basin with a lot of liquid in it. There's actually a couple of vials nearby. Only 5, though. You need 10, so you would need a little extra. But you can kind of get the holy water from there. Can I have Flux roll an investigation check for me?
You know, I can.
You said there were 5 vials?
5 vials.
Natural 19.
Nice. So as you're investigating, you actually notice that again, there's no one around. None of the priests or cleric that are normally maintaining this place are nearby. But you do kind of look around as you're like filling up the water bottles or the vials of the holy water. You do notice that there is a small pin on the ground beside the shrine, and the pin has a symbol that you recognize. It is actually 3 parallel lightning bolts that you've seen in a few different places. You've seen it in the Tower of Storms from nearly a year or so ago now. And you've also seen it on the armor and jewelry of some of the residents of the Wayside Inn, that inn that was attacked by zombies.
Then like something you put on like a lapel, like a button sort of thing. Okay. How big is it? Is it like just smallish so I could pick up?
Yeah, you could definitely pick it up. It's maybe like 1.5 inches, 2 inches across.
Okay. I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna look at it and I'm gonna like yell for everybody. How close is everybody around me?
They're all around you, pretty nearby.
Guys. You see this pin?
Yes.
Look. Ooh, where have we seen this before?
Uh,
Oh, come on! It's the bad guy, you know, with the lightning bolts and the this is bad. This is just really, really, really bad.
Is it the tower?
Yes. Kravis almost got killed, and I don't like this at all. I think we're in trouble here. All these new faces. I bet you it's from one of the new people.
You do also remember that this symbol is the symbol of the god Talos, the evil god of
Yes, it's
storms.
Talos. That's right. Freaking Talos, man. I don't like this. This doesn't feel good. We need to hurry up and get our stuff, and we need to go.
Okay.
None of you guys remember how dangerous this was?
I mean, kind of.
Oh my gosh. Alright, I got a bad feeling about all of this, you guys. I really do.
I mean, should we figure out if, someone was, like, worshipping Talos here? Would that make you feel any better?
Yeah, actually, it would make me feel any better, especially since everybody's been talking about all these new people and these new faces. Ugh.
Well, I guess we need to do some exploring to these new faces.
Yeah, I guess. You know what? I'm going to keep this pin. This might actually come in handy now that I think about it.
Are you
Sounds like-
wearing it,
seems
or
like
are
this is-
you just going to pocket it?
I'm going to keep it in my pocket because I don't necessarily want to be affiliated with it. But if we do need to go undercover somehow, I'm going to keep it in my pocket as a way to, like, be able to, like, talk to people. Maybe it's a secret code. Maybe it's secret worshippers. I don't know. But maybe we can do some clandestine, like, I don't know, undercover work.
That's all you. I'll do my own type of undercover work.
Yeah.
These new faces over here.
Undercovers.
Under the covers, yeah.
I'm gonna use your place too, just so you know.
Yeah, no. Get back to the inn and have your orgy with your Helga and Vereen or whatever her name is.
Well, Valine is at the Line Shield Coster, which is also
Yeah,
a place you
yeah.
need to go to. So.
We're gonna go meet her now, I guess.
Perfect.
So are you guys heading to the inn, or are you heading to the Coster?
The Coster. We'll go get our stuff.
So you kind of take the vials you have currently. So you have 5 vials of holy water on you. You kind of make your way directly across the road over to the Line Shield Coster and kind of recognize the familiar sign up front. And as you walk in, you do recognize the middle-aged woman with kind of the graying hair, Lenine, who runs this place. You know her to be a very firm, not mean, but severe woman who does not have a penchant for Sless, given the last interaction they had. But you walk in, and Lenine kind of sees you go through, and she says, well, welcome, everybody. Good to see most of you again. Can I help you?
Didn't I schmooze her over a little bit last time?
You did.
I think I
You
did.
did.
You did.
Hey, Seduceus, can you take the lead on this?
Of course you did.
Celeste, you might want to hang out in the back, dude.
Oh, my dear, it is so good to see you.
Good to see you too, Seduceus. It's been a
I
while.
feel like you haven't aged a day since the last time I laid eyes on you.
Oh man, you and your flattery. I don't mind it, but what do you want?
Well, we're here on new missions, risking our lives for the greater good, and
Oh sure.
as it happens, we need some horses and some carriages. Can you
Oh,
help
sure.
with any of that?
I mean, I certainly have some horses for sale. I kind of keep the stable for the town stocked. I certainly can get some help with that for sure for you. As far as the carts, I don't really have those here, but Halia over at the Miners Exchange should be able to do that.
Okay. Also, side note, do you know how many horses we need?
I think
2 to 3.
Yeah, 2 to 3.
No. I thought it was the carts was 2
Oh,
to
that's
3.
right.
and
You
we
need
doubled.
about double that. So you need about
Double that, so
4 to 6,
6?
somewhere in there.
Okay.
Okay, well, we'll err on the larger side. Yeah, we're looking for maybe about six horses. If you have that many.
Let me check. Let's see. Valine! And you kind of hear her yell to the back there. And you actually see a woman come out pretty young with like bright brassy red hair, freckles, but the look in her eye seems a little bit darker than her like young age would typically show. She seems to have a bit of a squirrely, beady look to her. But she walks out, and as Lean is talking to her, you kind of see her ask like how many horses are there, what's ready to go, and she actually says that she only has 5 horses. So Linny turns back and says, "I can do 5, but I don't quite have 6."
Yeah, I think 5 should be okay.
Okay. It's about 100 gold per horse.
Do I have inventory how much gold I was given? I don't.
I didn't give it to you basically because it's meant to be a wash.
Okay.
Unless you're bargaining or trying to talk them down. But I'll say that you've gotten about 500 gold pieces, let's say.
Yeah, I mean, it's not my money, so I personally, Seduces doesn't care. He's like, yeah, here you go.
Well, thanks. Yeah, we'll take that from you. I'll make sure that we've got them saddled and ready for you to go whenever you guys head back to wherever you're going. Was there anything else? How else have things been going for you guys?
Things have been pretty good. We've been adventuring, and I actually have a few questions for you.
Yeah, sure. Shoot.
One, who's your new friend over here?
Oh, it's Phandelin, actually. She's new in town. There's been a bunch of new folks actually coming into town, which is weird. But yeah, I mean, she was looking for work. I needed a new assistant, so she's just helping me around the shop in the meantime.
Interesting. Yeah, we've heard a lot about new folks coming in, which is always a great thing. But some of my friends here have been getting a pretty odd feeling with some things we've seen, and you heard about some storms. Have you seen any storms around here?
Yeah,
recently?
the weather has been real strange lately. Can you roll an insight check for me, Seducius? Yeah, nothing stands out as you're noticing that. But
Jesus Christ.
Lenine does confirm, like, yeah, I've seen the storms for sure. It's weird.
Interesting. Do you feel like the storms happened when all these new faces started popping up?
Guess it's hard to say. Truth be told, they happened around the same time. I don't know if it was the storms first and then the people, or vice versa. I wasn't really keeping track. Some of the paces don't stay very long, so and that's a weird thing to connect.
Okay, but you feel safe? Has anyone kind of giving you like the weird vibes while we've been away?
She kind of like bangs on her breastplate that she wears, and the armor that she sells here. She's like, I'm not worried.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll be in town a little while longer. If you think of anything else, let us know.
Sure, yeah. Valine, make sure those horses are good. And Valine just kind of like raises a hand and nods and heads back to the back area.
Do you actually, before you leave, do you mind if the horses just stay here for a little bit while we go bargain for some carts, and then we'll come back and pick them up?
Yeah, it's fine. I'll make sure Valine knows.
Okay, all right. Do you guys have any other questions for while we're here? No. Okay. Well, it's always a pleasure to see you, and we'll be back very shortly for those horses.
Yeah, we'll be here.
All right.
So we had 500 gold, correct?
I'm gonna say you had 700 gold, enough for the carts too.
Okay, good. Because I was about to say, I think you just spent all our money on horses.
Well, wouldn't be the first time we fucked it up. Also, I feel like I'm like batting zeros here, trying to get information from people with my stupid insight.
It's because you're old now.
Was anyone else inside the coster while they were having this conversation, or was it just Seducius?
I think Celeste stayed kind of towards the back. I don't know if he was in within earshot, but I think he kind of kept
inside?
him. I think he was inside. Yeah.
Anyone else who is
Were you
inside can roll that same insight check too, if they were watching the conversation.
I was inside.
Yeah, that's it.
Insight?
Yeah.
Time. I got 13.
13? Okay. You notice that when Seducius mentioned the storms, Valine didn't quite roll her eyes, but she kind of like raised her eyebrows as if she knew something about that.
Yeah. The last time that we saw anything to do with this little signal or this little, I don't know, insignia, we had that storm witch lady that like brought down all those creatures, and like, you know, we just got through fighting through all of this.
Should we show it to the shopkeeper? See if she recognizes it?
Yeah, let me see if I can show this to her.
So you walk back in, and Valine says, "Oh, I'm still getting the horses, guys. I thought you needed me to hold on to them for a while."
Oh, no, it's okay. Lenny and I, after hearing that conversation about new faces and storms and such, I remembered that I had this little pin, this button.
Oh.
Does this look familiar to you at all?
Yeah, actually, I'm pretty sure that's Valine's. She was wearing it the last few days. Maybe she lost it. I'm sure she'd like it back.
Yeah, bring her out here.
Okay. Valine! And it's silence. Valine! That's weird. She must have stepped out or something, I guess, for the moment. When she comes back, I'll let her know that you have it.
Huh. Interesting.
I put it back in my pocket and I dip out of there. Everybody else is out, right? Outside?
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, I gotta tell you something. So I showed Lenine the button to have, the pin that I have. She thinks it's Valine's, that new girl with the red hair. But when she called her, she tried to bring her back in so I could give it back to her. And she's nowhere to be found right now, so she might be coming to look for it. When she comes to look for it, if she finds us, I'm going to have a conversation with her about this. I think that everybody here is in danger. And Torin and I, well, we noticed a kind of a shifty character go into the Stonewall Inn, or Stonehill Inn, sorry, not Stonewall. Yeah, I'm starting to put some pieces together here, you guys. I think we're in danger.
Huh.
I think Phandelin's in danger.
Again, we just saved it, like yesterday.
Well, hey, it's a serendipitous, right? We're back to save him again.
Adventure goes on.
Here we go. Alright, what do you guys think? Should we get the carts and head back to the inn and suss it all out?
Yeah, I mean, let's buy the carts, and when we're at the inn, you can look for your shady character. I'll be in the back somewhere.
Sure.
Outside.
Sure.
All right, so you guys do make your way to the Miners' Exchange, and you walk in, and you recognize Halia, the woman who kind of runs this area here. A very shrewd, frugal woman who is
I remember.
a tough sell, let's say. Sitting behind the desk and like the little window that she has, and as you walk in, she kind of looks up and she goes, "Oh, well, welcome back, all of you. Is there something I can do for you today?"
Yes, hello again. We're just looking to buy some carts. If you have about 2 to 3 carts for us.
Yeah, absolutely. I do actually have 3 of them available. There's more if you need.
No, I think 3 should do the trick for us.
And how much are you willing to pay for them?
God damn it, I hate that question.
We have 200 left over. Just
Excellent.
So you know.
Sounds great. I'll take 200 gold pieces for all of them.
Oh, gosh. Sure. Here you go. Here's your 200 gold pieces.
Excellent. Would that be all? Anything else I can do for you?
Listen, I just...
Gold, dude.
What are you saying, Torn? Are you drunk?
Dude, I don't know. I'm so tired right now. We didn't mess with you, bro. We should have made more money.
Well, it's too late now. That's
Right
what
up.
you've agreed to. So 200 gold pieces, and you can have a nice day.
It's done. Yeah, listen.
I should just choke him out, dude. Lie. Look at him. Just.
No choking outs over here. You can save that for later. Listen, we know you're very busy. You've got your business to run. Just curious, since we're back in town, it's been a while. We're just hearing, a lot of little whispers and rumors about some weird storms, a lot of new faces.
Yes, certainly.
Just curious if you've run into anyone interesting, or
I've run into a lot of people, but let's say most people would prefer discretion, and discretion comes at a price.
Damn it. I hate this woman.
I'm more than willing to give you the information you want, but as I said, there's a cost for everything, and everything has a cost. Yes,
everything does have a cost, and I don't know. Don't know that I'm in the bargaining mood to pay for information. I haven't paid for anything like that in quite some time. But we're here to try and save and make sure everyone is safe. And so if you're withholding information that would keep the town safe, I would just, ask your conscience how that makes you feel.
Well, there's two interesting points you've made in there. One is that my conscience gives a shit, and two is that I care if the town is safe. For now, it is profitable, and that is about all that matters.
Well, if everyone is dead, then you make no profit. I'm just going to throw that out there.
I don't make no profits here, certainly.
Well, we're going to go try and find information elsewhere. Maybe you'll see us. Maybe.
Well, I've already seen you, and I'm sure someone else would be willing to pay for that information.
I can't. Yeah, well, you have a nice day.
Same to you.
She just hands you your ass every time you.
Every time.
Literally your ass on a platter. She goes, here you go.
Someone else take the lead on this woman next time.
It's like the only woman you cannot charm.
Oh my god.
She gives zero flux about you, sir.
Yeah, she's probably a real freak on the inside, though. Calling it.
Calling it. Nailed it.
You do get the sense she has an ulterior motive. You don't know what it is yet, but you do get the sense she has one.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Yeah. I'm done with that conversation. Does anyone else have anything to say to that?
No.
Okay.
That in.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool. So we have the carts. We need the horses to pull the carts, right?
Well, I mean, we'll say for brevity, you could just have them all delivered into a certain area and use them to head back to Leylon when you're ready.
Okay. All right.
Right now it's probably about, I'd say 2 p.m., 3 p.m.
Do you guys want to go to the inn at this point?
Yeah, I'm starting to get a little hungry, and I think we could all use a little rest and something to drink.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely gonna stay back as we go into the inn, so someone can lead the way.
Oh gosh.
Fine. I'll lead the way.
So you walk into the inn as a group. Flux, can I have you roll a perception check as soon as you walk in?
Yeah.
So you're making your way kind of through the inn, heading to the counter.
Oh, I got 21 with a 20 plus a 1.
So as you're walking through, kind of making your way towards the counter, you do first off see Helga sitting behind the counter, cleaning up some mugs with part of her apron. As you walk in, you do notice a familiar person sitting at a table close to the door. It's still in the corner, so he's not right next to the door, but closer to that side. And it's that skinny, gaunt fellow who you saw head in first. And you first off approach the counter, and you see Helga, who greets you all. Kind of glances through all of you. She does see Seducius, although she kind of moves her gaze back through the rest of you first. Anything you guys specifically are looking for, or are you just looking to order some drinks?
I want to ask Helga a question. So I kind of nudge Torin, and I nod my head over to the direction of that skinny gentleman in the corner, and say, "Hi, Helga. It's good to see you again."
Oh, it's good to see you again, Lev. How have things been for you? I've been good. Things are good. She's like staring at Seducius. Things are good. How have you been? All of you.
Been doing well, going on missions and helping out local towns, and
Oh yeah, lots of
doing our
exciting
longsword
things.
thing.
Yeah, lots of exciting things. Exciting things here too.
Yeah, I've heard. Kate, can I ask you a question, Helga, since we go back?
Yeah, of course.
I
Anything.
found this like pin thing.
Oh, sure.
Have you noticed anything like interesting in people wearing these? I know that we've heard a lot that there's been like an influx of new people, strange weather.
Yeah, I have seen a few people actually wearing that around. Not like super openly, but like a little symbol here and there, some embroidery. A handful, for sure. Most folks don't stay that long, though, that I've recognized with that. Kind of come and then leave, come and then leave.
Any shifty folks you've noticed? Like not to be rude or anything, we just got into town today, but that gentleman over in the corner, the skinny kind of gaunt fellow.
Yeah.
You know anything about him? He kind of gave me the creeps when I walked in.
Well, I've never seen him wear that symbol. But yeah, his name is, and she kind of whispers, that's Skeel, Argus Skeel. He does kind of, yeah, he gives me the creeps too. He says he's a prospector, but I've never seen him bring in anything to the miners' exchange. I don't think I've seen him prospect anything.
How long has he been in town?
Maybe 2 weeks or so, 3 weeks or so. Kind of comes for a bit, goes and leaves. But yeah, he's a definitely something about him seems strange. And she kind of like watches, like you see her eyes kind of drift up to where he was, then her eyes actually dart towards the door. And as you turn around to kind of follow her eyeline, you see that Argus has actually gotten up and quickly left the building. He's like hauled ass out.
Interesting. Is he always that like skittish?
And she kind of looks and goes, "No, that was strange. Sounds like I hope he didn't hear us talking about him."
Does he stay here at the inn when he's in town?
No, but I mean, maybe if you go after him, you can ask him more. He's probably not that far. Although he did take off in a hurry.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Chase him.
thanks, Helga. Yeah, actually, I think I probably would. I think I'd probably dart after him.
So you do kind of dart after him, and you notice as he kind of stepped outside. Can you roll a quick perception check for me?
Yeah. Uh, 11.
11. It was hard to get you a glimpse of it, but you do get a little piece of someone. You're not sure if it was Skeel or not, but they are walking through the street with a hood put over their head. And that seems weird at this time of day. But they are quickly moving away from the inn.
Okay, I'm going to start running towards that.
Are we all with you, or did you just run out?
I thought I probably just caught wind, just took off.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone wanted to come with me, but I know I'm just like hell-bent on figuring out who this dude is.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
if you're running, you're good. Go first.
I'm gonna follow you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're running, trying to keep up with this dude, you do kind of see him. He's a good ways ahead because he kind of had a bit of head start, and you didn't leave immediately after him. But you do see this cloaked figure, who really seems to be the only person around that's got a cloak up. But you follow him, and you see him a few, dozen or so feet in front of you now, duck into a shed, kind of near the outskirts of the edge of town here.
Okay. Tell me a little bit more about the shed. Is it like newer looking? Is it dilapidated? Does it have doors?
It looks like it's an abandoned shack. It's got doors on it. Looks like it might have been an old building that no one has maintained and people haven't used, but maybe he just decided to take over as no one was using it. Looks like it's older, like an older building. It's just it's not completely dilapidated, but it is clearly abandoned and not used often.
Does it look like it could be like roomy, or is it fairly small? Like, what's the size?
It looks relatively small. I'd say it's probably about 15 feet on one side, 20 or so on the other.
Okay. Does he open a door, or is there like a hole that he ducks into?
He opens the door.
Okay. I'm going to, in my excitement and my curiosity, and just not thinking straight, I'm gonna kick open the door and I'm gonna yell his name.
Okay. So you kick open the door, and you're like, Skeel! As you kick open the door, door slams open. It actually kind of like halfway falls off the hinge because it's a pretty old, beaten up door. The area here is empty. There is nothing there but empty ground and blank rafters.
No sign of like escape at all. There's no like holes in the ground. There's no like nothing up in the top. Or can I do should I do an investigation check?
We can when we reconvene next week.
I like where your head's at.
So we'll end it there as you are chasing after who you think to be Skeel, running into the cellar.
Like a detective.
Suddenly is empty.
He's probably possessed like the guy in the tower.
But that's where we'll leave off tonight, friends. I don't know who else is still hanging on the stream, but for whoever else is, thanks, y'all. We'll see you on the next one. And have a good night.